It's a good thing I haven't described any treasure you guys got yet because Murder just got rid of it all. Um,
I'll take that any day. Calling you stupid over getting
No, you
treasure.
shut up. Be quiet. I want loot.
while we're on the subject of loot, I was looking at the party bag of holding the yesterday, and it seems to have still not resolved who has the Mage Bane or Spider's climbing boots, and if we have, it just hasn't been updated in the party loot. Off the top of my head, I thought Carl had both of those, but I could be wrong.
Earl has Mage's Bane. Someone else take the boots, please. He has too much already.
Give
Okay.
it to Emmy. Emmy now has a climb speed.
Okay.
I already have a climb speed. Does Mark want it?
How do you have a climb speed?
You gave it to me.
Okay.
Superior stealth. 1 second. It's
You gave it to me.
I mean, yeah, no, you did give it
Oh,
to them.
yeah. My apologies. Okay. I will say, while you do have a climb speed, this would be a superior climb speed if you're interested, because you can just stand on a wall. You don't have to kind of like maintain grip. But if you're not interested in it, murders are tuned out. Kat, how do you feel about standing on the ceiling?
I mean, I can take it. Like, I'm not against it. I just don't want to be a loot whore. So
No, I feel like it would serve Selwyn better.
There. Now you have a super climb speed.
great.
You can walk on the walls and ceiling like a spider.
Can hide even better now. I'll add that to my tuned.
Yeah, in theory, there are several issues while hanging out the ceiling for too long, including blood going to your head and the Spider-Man problem.
Look, we don't need your practicality,
blood?
friend.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, could I have a summary from someone?
So last session we made fun of Mark. I think that's how it started. It was making fun of Mark.
I think
He
that's
told
every session, but I will shut up for the rest of the summary.
he told us stop being smartasses and let him in, which was a highlight. I'm gonna be real. Laughed very hard at that one. We talked about our goals. Everybody kind of laid out what well, except for Carl. Really, Carl was the only one that didn't tell us what he wanted to do with his next few months. We'll talk about that at some point, I'm sure. We had to do some research for Mark to figure out where this ancient ruin that he was supposed to go into and retrieve a MacGuffin, which is apparently a local term. For the druid guy, although I don't know if he's going to give it to the druid guy. Not important, I guess. We split up. Kat and Nyx went to the library. Fergus and Carl were going somewhere, but that didn't work out because Carl got recognized, unfortunately, and then they got separated, so that one didn't really work. And then Mark decided he just wasn't going to do the research that he was supposed to do. He went and made some business deals, which was, I guess, cool. I guess. Luckily, Callista, with Nyx's help, what little help it was, we were able to figure out a location. Nyx fell down the well that we were going down, which was probably very funny to everybody who was watching. And then we traversed through a hallway. Mark almost got eaten. I'm trying to remember what else happened while we were in the hallway. Lots of traps, Mark getting stabbed by traps.
Yeah, there were in fact many, many traps.
Eventually we came to the chamber that we were supposed to find and fought a 3-headed dog. It was a lot of fun. Murder kept having to run after it and call it names. I'm sure it appreciated that. but eventually we prevailed. And here we are, a little beaten, a little bloodied, probably a lot bruised, but we're all alive.
That is true.
Man, Murder's face is just deadpan.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you guys are in a very large, very friendly chamber full of bones and a currently dead dog. What do you want to do?
I don't suppose the item you're looking for is around here, Mark?
Murder, are you present or are you ignoring her? I don't think he's. That's the answer.
Yep.
He so much didn't want to talk to Nyx that he just left.
Mark deleted himself.
Yeah, that happens though.
It does.
So while Murder's solving his issue, hey Murder, you've returned. Or not?
Yeah, jury's still out on that one. Let's
Yeah.
not jump the gun.
Cat, that block cough is staying.
Yeah. I just got back from New York,
Why?
so it might just be COVID this time.
Oh no.
I was going to see the Rockettes and Six, the musical Six.
Were they
So,
any good?
They were both very good. The Rockettes are some of the most frighteningly athletic women I've ever seen. Incredibly impressive. Terrifying, really. And Six was really great. It was like it was a musical, but it was more like a concert type thing. So you were supposed to like cheer along and like interact with the performer. It was very fun.
Well, there you go. Welcome back, Murder.
He lives? ?
He doesn't
Yeah.
live. Oh, here we go. Hello.
lives.
Fuck Discord so bad.
Well, no, hey, to be fair, Discord's great. What happened?
What? I don't know. It did the thing where it just kind of like disconnected me. It's like, well, the rest of my internet connection is fine.
Well, maybe Discord was angry with you because you were calling it names.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep calling it names if it keeps underperforming, this shitbag.
It's a free service.
Do better.
Okay, so I will re-ask the question. Which was like, hey, you killed the Cerberus, you're in a room full of a dead dog and all of skeletons, what are you going to do? And then Nyx asked you a question, ask that question again.
Where's this thing that you are supposed to find?
In here, presumably.
Oh, well, that was very helpful and very insightful. Good job.
Look, you think people tell me what these things are? They don't. Nobody does.
I start searching the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just do some
Yeah.
investigations.
Can I have a investigation check from anyone who's looking?
I'm
Okay,
gonna help
lovely.
someone else.
No, the area's so big that if you want to scope it all, you'll all have to contact a region of it.
Carl, please.
Not that one.
Not again.
No, not that one either. Fuck. Okay. Fucking finally. Jesus.
Return of the Ones. So sorry, zombie.
Oy,
It's perfect though.
bad.
Come on, gang.
Okay.
Everyone is like middlingly invested in finding this, except for Mark.
Come on, gang.
Carl, can I have a charisma save?
Oh no.
Oh, what did we Carl our way into?
I'm gonna need to see a little bit more hustle out there again.
Okay. So, Murder, you're kind of looking through the giant bone pile, and you kind of find the first thing that isn't dirt, ash, or bone, and you find, I believe, you find a giant, kind of like ceramic urn pot sort of thing, kind of the size of like a tractor tire in diameter.
Uh-huh.
While he's doing that, in the corner of your eye, you see like a flash, and then looking that direction, you don't see Carol.
Well, he's
God
dead.
damn it. Um, let's not jump the gun too hard on Carl being dead yet. Like, still might be, but let's investigate.
I will go over and check on Carl.
Where Carol was, you see a half unburied arcane glyph.
Mother Mary.
Can I
What?
just sorry, go on.
No, I don't. The thought I'm having is taking a minute to formulate, so go ahead.
No, just like detect magic to check like what school of magic it is.
Is this hammer here? Is any of his stuff here?
No.
Okay.
Okay, one moment, Matter. I just need to get a wiki open so I don't do this wrong.
Okay.
Fucking Carl, man.
So with Glyph of Wardings, I know in the flavor text you make a Glyph of Warding and then there's a surprise inside, like a marshmallow center in the shit sandwich. But can you tell
Can I have an Arcana check, Kat?
what spell is in there?
Okay, Murder, to answer your question, necromancy, transmutation, abjuration, divination.
Okay. From my educated opinion, Carl is now an undead rock that can see the future. He's gone.
No. Just all I have to say is no.
So,
Alright, you give it a go.
Kat, could I have that Arcana check?
Guess not.
Unless Kat's going as well. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, Murder, what do you want to do with your thing?
Like, not much. This isn't really my field of expertise. Or did you mean the large, like,
That
thing I found?
Yeah, the large kind of urn thing.
I guess I'll give it a look as well.
Oh, Cat's writing Discord kerfuffle. Okay, apparently Discord also
Haha,
doesn't
not
like
just
cats.
me.
No. It punished Cat for your lack of faith. Okay, so yeah, so Murdo, you wanted to Arcana or something, or like what do you want to do?
Yeah, just, like, look at it, I guess. Try to, like, go through my noggin to see if I can figure anything out
Okay.
on what it is, how it works.
Roll an intelligence check that you think is applicable for a knowledge base you would assume this is part of. It's probably only history or arcana, or I guess religion. Murder? You have no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's a big fucking urn thing, I guess.
Yep. The style, the symbols, none of it's ringing a bell.
Looks like something people that call themselves like scholars devote their lives to, so just a waste of time.
Why am
So-
I not surprised? That's your attitude.
Uh,
Because you also love wasting your time on pointless things.
I don't.
So,
Kinda.
jumping over to our protagonist for a moment, Carl. Um, you find yourself abruptly in a corridor.
Whoa, huh? Wait, I ended up here.
You hear the hammer shrug. He said he wasn't really
So
paying attention.
he's gonna pick a way. What are the directions options? I guess
In front of you or behind you.
in front.
Okay, cool. Going in front, you find the corridor kind of turns in a left direction.
Keep going.
Cool. You find while the corridor continues down, there's a open door to the left.
Gonna just try to open that.
Behind that, there's a small staircase and a rope hanging down from the center of a corridor.
Hmm.
And looking,
Not that this is the way back, but why not? Let's see where this goes.
looking up the rope, there's a daylight.
All right, he'll try to climb up.
Can I have a DC 5 athletics check? Yep, you make it to the top. Carl, roll a wisdom check. You have never seen this urban environment before. You're on the street level. Everything looks new.
I think his disguise fell off as well, fortunately.
Fall off is not necessarily the right word. Bludgeoned off is kind of more correct.
Okay.
Um, so, Carol,
What's the Go ahead.
you're in a city.
what do the buildings look like?
Roll an insight check. You're fairly sure you're in a slum, or at least not necessarily. A slum is probably too mean of a word to describe this area. A lesser economic area of the city, kind of where someone lives.
So slum.
No, just one or two levels above a slum.
Is there anyone around?
Yeah, you know, there are some people walking down the street, you know, minding their business.
He's gonna wave at them. Hey, hello.
Roll a charisma check. One of them kind of like side eyes you and starts walking faster. Another one will kind of pause for a moment and then kind of wave back.
Hey, friend. Mind telling me where we're at? I'm a little confused.
He'd give you the street names. And he would ask if you're okay. You look a little bit mauled.
Doing all right, thanks. What city is this?
He would pause and ask if you need to sit down for a moment before telling you that you're in Terrebonne.
Oh, perfect. Thanks for that. See you around.
Okay. Good luck.
You too, buddy.
Where are you going?
Gonna go try to find someone's house.
Roll a streetwise or wisdom check. You find someone's house.
All right.
It's locked.
Damn. He'll just sit in front of the door, hands on
Okay.
his in his hands.
Roll. So we'll jump back to everyone else, but roll a d100 just to see if anyone notices you. Okay. So everyone else, how are we doing?
Nice.
Nice. We have to say it.
He plays it so cool. Just as cool as a 13-year-old boy.
Hmm.
All right. What? Hold on. Let me look at my spells. I don't think I can find him right now.
Does someone have like sending or?
Yeah. Before Discord kerfuffle, did we figure out what
You
the glyph did?
I asked
you
you
were
to roll an
supposed to
Arcana
roll an
check,
Arcana check.
and then you didn't, and I was like, oh, she's ignoring me. And then I asked you again, and you still didn't, and I was like, oh, she's really ignoring me. And I'm like, wait, Cat's not that mean.
I don't.
You don't think this is a glyph of warding?
Cool.
You
Solid
think
bet.
this is a similar
Shit.
spell, but not a one-use spell?
Teleportation yeet. Maybe. Technical term there.
Yes, Meteorite, we
It
can
It
see you.
is.
That's weird.
Why?
My Discord, like the actual, like, not tab, but the little thing on the taskbar is closed and gone. And I can't launch it again, but I'm still in the call with you guys.
Mine did that too just now. I like the entire time I wasn't speaking, mine technically said I was still in the call, and it's not currently telling me that I'm like projecting any sound, but I am.
Unless, we're all just predicting your responses and then replying to them.
Maybe. And like that could be. I have a lot of faith in you guys, but not that much. I'm not gonna lie.
We've been practicing.
Okay, I'm proud of you all.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'll just play like this. Like, it's not impeding me in any way. It's just a little weird.
Yeah.
Just a little weird.
Okay, so, yeah, Kat, you think it's some sort of glyph magic, but not a glyph of warding.
Okay, I'm sending Carla sending.
Okay. Kat, roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
As long as you don't get a 1, it will arrive. Okay, it arrives. So while she's doing that, what does everyone else want to do?
I pick up the fucking big thing.
Keep searching.
Keep searching.
Murder. I'm gonna need an athletics check because that's very heavy.
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong.
Son of a bitch.
You can't even get it to budge.
And our strongman is gone.
No, Fergus is here.
He's not strong.
Oh yeah, Fergus. It's fucking. Don't get me started.
Hey, would you like him to have a go?
No.
Okay.
Sure. Why not? What else are we going to do? Sit here and stare at it for the next several hours?
Tie a rope around it and drag it.
Looks at your rangy body.
Fergus also can't move it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm so glad he came here to grunt at it. I'm so fucking happy. About
He
You
that.
tried
just
it-
grunted at it too. I don't
What?
know why you're shit talking him for something you can't accomplish either.
I offered a solution, and then you decided to just.
How are we
have-
going to get it up the well?
Can't you like turn into a bird? Like a big one?
No, not. Did you not see the size of the well? I can't fly up that.
Your magic is so weird.
Hey,
I
Amy,
think
would you like to give
she
it a
needs
go?
a minute, so she walks away.
Sure. I'm not that strong.
Do you want me to just send
All the
sending to you?
12.
Yeah. What was that, Kat?
Patmore, do you want me to send the sending in the Roll20 or just two zombie? Are you going to intercept it?
Just put in the roll 20 because nothing that zombie's doing is currently not communally known.
I love your little letter.
Okay, so
I write sendings. I don't know what to tell you.
zombie, feel free to reply to that or not. It's up to you. But yeah, so Emma, you give it a go. It seems 12 is still not the DC. Nix, would you like to jump in there? Cat?
Like, I'll give it the old college try, but
Sure.
please don't expect much. There you go.
Yeah.
Go.
There you go. Together we beat a 12.
Okay. So currently, not budging a lot. Well, not even budging it, period. I will say, as long as, like, you are fairly sure that this is just within the diameter that it will fit through the well, probably exactly. So as long as you can get it to the well and then somehow pull it up with rope or something, you're probably fine.
Oh man, I wish someone thought of that.
Anyway,
Hold on. I'll just see how shit works.
so anyone can try a second time, but if you fail, you'll risk exhaustion.
I'm eyeballing it. More than 500 pounds?
Could you?
Yep, hold on.
Thank you.
No, that's that. Boop. Like 225 kilograms.
So I'm just looking up the current weight of stone ceramic. One moment. So there's 250,
25.
225.
I can't believe I have this fucking spell. I'm gonna reduce it.
How like arcane look at it or detect magic at it just in case?
You can do
Creature
that.
or object.
That's true.
I mean, I just want to make sure if we have Oh yeah, no, out of the blue, Callista will be like, "Hey Selwyn, do you have a spare key anywhere?"
Let me just roll D100 and see what the chances are.
I'm trying to remember why. Oh, it's because I was gonna cast it on Carl,
No.
and then I never got a chance.
No. Okay.
Well,
shit.
you can
Carl's at
roll
your
Arcana
place.
on this.
Okay. Arcana, please be better. That was barely better.
What was it?
14.
Okay. And Angel, you wanna cast a reduce on this?
Specifically, I would like the Arcana before the spell
Yeah,
cast
that.
because I want to know if it's gonna deep fry us if we put magic on it.
Kat, you have no fucking idea. You know it's magical.
Cool. It is magic. Don't know if it'll
So here's the
baking
thing.
soda vinegar if you add a little reduce to it. That's your prerogative. I'm gonna go stand over there.
Well, here's the thing. It is not a long-lasting spell, and I could do it 3 times more today. So, can we get this out of the well in 3 minutes?
I
Probably
mean,
not. Like out of character, probably not. We went through like a lot of hallways and staircases.
this
So-
is true.
To get it up, the hardest part is going to be getting it up the well. So, if we can get it to the well, that's when I think using it would be appropriate, and it will give Callista some time to like evaluate this a little bit more and whether or not it's a good idea. The problem is we need Carl because he's the strong one. physically.
Well, Carl's at Selwyn's house. So, we're gonna have to circle around there. Has full faith in Carl, but I'm unsure of his ability to successfully retrace our steps.
I can go get him. Might be a bit.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with that.
I don't think I have anything that helps either. Yeah, no. No neat spells. Only killing things spells.
Amy, would you like to take the long way back or the short way back?
Let's go the short way back.
Okay. Would you like to choose to fail the charisma save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Amy,
The
you,
rat
you
can't-
arrive
can't
on the top
feel it
floor.
safe.
wait. It teleported Carl with everything he had on him, didn't it?
Yep.
Why don't we try that? Just drag the big thing.
Oh, is it
Such a dumbass. I'm like,
Is
yeah, I'll
it
get Carl to carry
multi-use?
this.
like? How do we activate it? Oh, is it just the failed charisma save? I'm understand. I cut
Well,
out.
how
I've been
does-
cutting in and
wait.
out for like 10 minutes now. It's
So
fine.
I hear what you're saying. Question about that though. How do we make sure that this item is teleported?
You hold on to it.
Reduce pocket teleport.
Well,
Run.
like it's
But
not
you-
gonna fit into the pocket.
So we
either.
don't. But my question is really getting at we don't really know what this is.
I mean,
Yeah,
They
and
have
you
the
and your
ability-
scholar friends can spend the next 10 years talking about it. Now reduce the big thing, and I'm gonna
No,
go teleport it
no,
out of here.
Mark. No, I'm not going to do that for you.
Well, fine. I'm just gonna drag it out of here.
I'll give me a moment and I'll lick it and see if I can figure out anything else. I did the sniff test and that didn't tell me anything.
Okay. What check are you asking to do, Kat? I don't know what lick means in this context.
I mean, Mark did a history check for something while I was
Yeah, like,
wrestling
you
in
can-
Discord.
You can roll a history religion check on it if you want.
History, because Callista's not great at religion.
There you go.
There. I know things about stuff, probably, maybe.
Okay, one moment.
See, the lick test is what does it.
Okay. Kat. You would be aware that and I will say barely aware because you only beat the DC by 1 on this one.
jeez Louise.
Let me bring my lore up. That's the wrong one. Here it is. The design and the kind of the glyphs and images on it are in the style and kind of like architectural flavor of the kind of Osaran culture, which you probably don't remember what they are because I brought them up maybe once in passing to you, but that would be like pre-Falanellian kind of Ocean Kingdom.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Potentially, it kind of assumed where Divine Treasures come from, but that's a lot of like, it's probably
Yeah.
Liz, unless it isn't. And then if it isn't, who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Atlantis Rock. Osiren Rock. I'm gonna assume if I say, oh cool, the Osiren Rock, the party's not gonna be like, clarity.
Of course. How could
What
we
is-
not see?
What is
Okay.
that?
And so does it tell me like what it might be used for? Did we already go over that?
We didn't. This sort of thing is used to contain or imprison things.
Cool. It's a cube of evil.
And it's not a
Is it
cube, it's
full?
very round.
Is it full?
Are you
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
it
let
like
me
the
just
whole like
fucking-
knocking on the side? Listen.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
just check the gas meter on it.
It is currently
no-
sealed.
Okay, so that's assumption full.
All right. Nice.
So your creepy manager sent us to retrieve a person prisoner orb from underneath the Vermilion capital.
Right, and here's the problem with the enlarge reduce. We have no idea if he wants this creature alive. If I do it on the actual object, and I have no idea if it would work on the creature inside. It could crush them. So I'm not going to do it. We have to figure out a way to get it over there. I don't care, but I'm not going to do that because I might kill it, whatever is inside of it.
Okay. I tie a rope around it and drag it to the fucking glyph.
Okay.
How
And
orb-like is it? Can we hamster ball this, or like?
No.
Like
It's got
all-
like a flat base. It's kind of more of a kind of more overly in shape.
I see.
Murder. As long as someone's aiding you, you can have advantage on this check.
I mean, I'll try, but I don't know if I
Well,
would actually give
anyone,
him advantage.
anyone can aid him in this. It's just a help action.
Okay, yeah.
Is there any indication of who's in this thing? Like a note?
No,
A
there
name?
isn't a helpful note written on the side of it, unfortunately.
Probably
you can,
my middle manager's stepwife.
in the
What is
future,
a stepwife?
You don't want to know.
I do actually.
No, you really don't want to know.
It's his ex-wife's new wife, of course.
Is that what a stepwife is?
Ooh,
Maybe.
it's a
Probably.
solution to them you don't want to know.
I do though.
There, fucking 19.
Okay.
Pass.
God.
You're right, Meta.
Badass.
You managed to get it halfway there.
Okay. I
You're-
keep dragging.
You're probably
It's
gonna
someone
have
that-
to. You're probably gonna have to sub out, or you will take the exhaustion.
I don't-
It's someone else's turn. Oh,
Did we
This is-
finish searching all the bones and stuff?
There's a lot of bones.
Do you want to do one more round of rifling while Mark
I'm not there,
stretches?
but
Yeah. No. So when
let's-
you make it to your
Yeah.
house, you see a Carl sitting outside of it waiting.
hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
need your help back down in the well. So we're gonna head back.
All right, after you.
Great.
Oh,
I give
no.
Carl my spare key.
Oh no, guys! They're gonna get there and we're gonna be gone.
I mean, not if we spend enough time rifling the bones.
Yeah, we're rifling with the bones.
Oh no! It finally got
he didn't
Meta.
want. He didn't want to rifle.
Okay, so who's
Well, just fingers
leading?
crossed we don't run into trouble on the way to the well.
So to start with, okay, cool, good job, Meta.
I have my Discord in front of me. I just pulled up Task Manager, closed it, and then opened it again.
Well, there you
Because
go.
I had 10 of them in the background, but none of them were showing up.
Yep. Cool.
What?
Not cool that that happened, but cool that you fixed it. So,
Yeah.
So we're can I have a luck check? So D100 from Amy or Carl. And Kat, like Murder before you are aware that this is probably the only thing down here that isn't bones.
Okay, cool. I was MIA during
Oh,
that
no.
discussion.
There was
I
no
just want to
discussion.
see what I would have rolled. Is not actually the D100. Yeah, it's okay. It's good that Carl rolled.
Can I have a perception check from the two musketeers?
Oh no.
Good job. They see things.
Okay, you're aware that there are a few people kind of looking at Carl and kind of discussing among themselves if that, if that's probably the orc they were looking for. Like, the orc, not that they were looking for as Spaniards, but like the orc that they're aware of.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing a very convoluted route. with
Okay.
Carl. If they like end up following us or tailing us, and trying to see. Or if they've just like noticed Carl, and are probably gonna share that.
Okay. Can I have a dexterity-based deception check? While you're doing that, yeah, you lose them.
Nice.
Okay. Who's the who's moving the thing next? Like Fergus can, but he has disadvantage because he's one
What-
set of phalanges
Angel,
down.
you've got proficiencies, right? For athletics?
That gives me a whole whopping 2.
I've got a whole whopping none, so I'll assist you and we can go with the 2.
I'll note for the record, if you aid him, he'll have a flat roll and he has a +8.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's do that.
We'll tie it to the stone one. Let's go.
Be careful,
Oh.
that might cost him an arm.
Steve.
Okay, here's his check. 11. It doesn't move.
I guess I'll just go again. Fuck it. I don't.
No, but let's go around the circle. Okay, so
No,
quickly.
let's not.
Yes.
Okay, Murder. I'll note if you roll under the DC, you will take exhaustion for this guy.
Yeah, I know. It's clearly not happening any other way.
Look,
Well,
Fergus
it's
is
still
trying his
very
hardest. Okay.
strong.
It's not like Mark is new to this idea that we don't have a lot of strength-based
Look,
characters.
He's not, and that's why he's just going again. Because it's like, this is kind of pointless to let you two push on
To be
it.
fair, every other time a strength problem's come up, Carl was here.
Exactly.
25.
Okay, you managed to get onto the circle. Murder, are you failing the save?
Yeah, I'm outski.
Okay, you and it are now in the corridor.
So
Okay.
before I go through, I look at Calista. Should we warn, Carl and
Depending on how
Selwyn?
done we are for the day, I'll just send them ascending again.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm pretty done for the fucking day.
As am I. Okay. So, Selwyn, you're gonna get ascending.
After they got that natural 20.
Murder,
Are we
I
going
did-
back to Selwyn's house with the egg?
Probably.
I think, well, I mean, Mark's already gone, so.
Like, it's either that or Fergus's house.
Yeah, no.
And Fergus is like, no.
That
so,
said, he does only have one arm, so we could bully him into it.
I think once Callista is finished with her son, so, wait, I have to. This teleportation thing, whatever it is, it just leads back up to the city?
To my knowledge, my experience with it is that it is a consistent non-glyph avoiding spell thing that didn't kill Carl. And he's at Selwyn's house, so...
Alright.
I mean, it technically could transport us to a mirror dimension of the Terraborn city where Carl is, and my sending just happened to not fail. But I don't think so.
It just seems very convenient.
I will take that, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
As
I'll go
a
through.
side note, from the other side, from the potential other way this could have went, was that's a trap on the first floor that drops you into the boss room alone.
Oh God.
That you guys walked the other way and avoided.
Nice.
Nice.
So as a side note, it is not a well, it is a convenience right now, but it was not a convenience back then.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh.
I'll tell Carl. Callista sent me a message. We're heading back to the house.
Oh, well, all right then.
Yeah. So if you guys went right on the first corridor choice, you would have walked into this trap instead of you guys went left and found the illusory wall tile with the pit trap below it.
I feel like we made the right choice.
I feel that that would have been really bad if one of you was just in the boss room alone.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Been a lot of, if it'd been me, animal handling checks all day long. Like, hi, good puppy.
Hey,
oh,
puppy.
that's not an animal.
Shut up.
I think it's
I would've
technically a
tried.
fiend.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to double check, but I think it's a fiend. Murder, could I have a athletics check to move the thing off the glyph? I don't know if you're still there. Your camera's frozen.
Oh no.
Okay. So I'm just going to assume you guys try to use the glyph. If it doesn't work, you guys walk upstairs and you guys can give him advantage on the check because we
Yeah.
might be murdered down for a little while.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Murder, could I have an athletics check to move it off the glyph?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna keep my camera off just to see if that helps.
Okay. I will say what the face you're frozen with was a very endearing one.
19.
Cool. On the stone, it's a little bit easier to move. Yeah, you magic out of the glyph. Everyone gets on the top floor. Okay, I need one more check for you guys to move it into the shaft, and then you guys will have to roll a different check to pull it up.
Oh God.
They probably could have used our help, but Callista said to meet us back at the house. So.
Well, I thought we were where they teleported.
Yeah, they're just not there because they're
Oh.
on the surface. Okay, Murder. Because you have a nat 20, I'll say
I'll
you
just
get it.
heave this son of a bitch the whole way. It's fine.
I'll say you can get it into the shaft, and I've lowered the DC for the check for pulling it up with the rope.
Okay. I'll climb up and be the one heaving it up the rope as
Okay.
well.
Can I can cast levitate. Can that help at all? Like, I know it only moves like 20 feet at a time, but like,
Could you post a
If
spell
he-
for me?
if he starts to fucking beef it, can I cast that as a whoopsie
Well,
doodle?
I think technically, unless I'm wrong, might just you might just be able to use it on this. I just need to see if the spell has like a size or weight requirement.
Levitate. I know you're here somewhere. There
I think
you
the
are.
problem is that you
It's-
yourself have to manually adjust your like elevation.
So one creature or loose object.
That's why I'm like, I want to use it as an if murder beefs the thing, I cast levitate on it, and we can reset, like, he can regrip it or whatever and then try again. you
Okay,
know?
so
'Cause-
the first line would have made me say no. I kept reading because I don't consider this a loose object, but I do consider it weighing less than 500 pounds. So you can technically you could cast this on it, and you guys could just like lightly push it up the shaft.
Drag this fucking thing 100 feet, and you could do this the entire time.
I haven't done it before. I've just been thinking about it. It came with this weird stick.
I hate all of you.
You don't, but you know, it
Eh,
feels
Okay.
like
kind
you
of
do
does.
100% of the time.
So you managed to get it on the street level. Do you guys want to levitate down the road, or are you guys gonna make it look like you're pulling it?
I would like to make it look like we're pulling it. If possible, because I don't need people. We're
What are
already
you
gonna
looking
get
at? I'm taking my egg for a walk.
So
Look, I'm trying to find the least conspicuous way to get this from one place to the other.
So can I? Okay, whoever is like kind of standing in front, and then whoever's standing in behind, one of those two people needs to do a performance check to make it look like you're carrying a heavy object and not just taking a giant stone urn for a walk.
I have 2.
I also
Performance?
have a 2.
I also have a 2. Can I argue for deception?
Fergus has a 6.
There you go. There you go. Fergus, take the egg for a walk.
Okay. It looks
Okay,
like
cool.
2 people are moving a heavy thing.
Cool.
So you guys will arrive at someone's house with a new problem. It is bigger than the doorway.
Oh my.
All right, Fergus's house.
Can we
then.
tip it over, like, so that it fits?
You
You said it was too tall for the doorway.
It would fit through the doorway, but not with the door in the doorway when you turn it on its side.
Can anyone take it off the hinge? We'll put it back.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, toolkit.
Like-
we can screw it back.
Is the door
If
the
Carl
problem,
and I are
or
there,
is
we
the door
go
frame the
to-
problem?
So
The door is the problem, and I'll note you can't do that within 10 minutes. This spell is going to end before the door is off the hinge.
Well, thank good I can cast this spell 6 times.
Cool.
So we'll do that. We'll take the door off the hinge, push it through, put the door back on the hinge, grumble about where the hell Selwyn and Carl are, because they were supposed to come back.
So, they're currently doing some shopping. So first off, we'll go to that. You guys just getting stuff to make food with, or just getting food to eat now?
grabbing food to eat now.
Okay. Can I have a luck check from one of the two of you because you guys are out in public with maimed orc? The
Not that
okay.
bad.
So, at someone's house, you guys don't have a key to the door. Are you guys kicking it in, or are you guys just waiting outside the door with the giant artifact? That does not actually. Selwyn, what quality is your door lock?
It's probably good enough, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Okay. I don't know. I guess we're waiting for them, because Selwyn, rudely enough, made his door a bit hard to pick.
All those
Right.
blocks.
Oh yeah, actually, all those locks. We're looking at DC 20 here.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. In hindsight, he did have so many goddamn locks in that apartment,
Yeah, Fergus can't open it either.
So we're
guarding
just-
literally nothing.
We're just kind of sitting here waiting.
I mean, what's the roof look like? Can we fucking
You
send?
can check the windows.
Yeah.
This is not going to fit for a window.
No,
No,
but someone
somebody
else
can
might.
You know what? Nyx is gonna go look for a window, and when she finds one,
They're like
Is
an
it
intercom
locked?
we can buzz, like, "Hey, I live in the apartment below you. I lost my key. Can you let me in? I promise I'm not a murderer."
My
So-
landlord's dead, so it might be a bit difficult.
Yeah,
That's true.
So Selwyn, do you leave any of your windows unlocked?
Probably not.
Okay. So,
Fergus, will you come with me?
But there,
please?
rats can get into my place. So I don't know, old
The
building.
fucking walls are hollow.
Yeah.
Nyx, would you like to be a rat and stealth into the building? I will say there are some dangers involved here because the rats have learnt a path. There are, dead ends and hazards if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
Okay. Can I have a survival check to navigate through someone's walls? Okay.
If this takes more than 10 minutes, I'm kicking his door in.
Okay. You're in. Would you like to unlock the door?
Yes.
So, do any of your locks require a key to unlock?
No, she can
Okay.
lock it from this side. It's fine.
Does he have padlocks on his locks? Is that what you're asking?
I have no idea. Well, actually, no. There are deadbolt locks that require a key on either side to unlock. Okay. Multiple locks undone. The door is now open. The door lives by about 40 seconds. Okay.
What?
Well, it's
Oh.
been 40 seconds under 10 minutes, so the door was not destroyed. Okay. Who is taking the door off the hinge?
I'll do it.
Okay. More time passes. You guys bring it into the building. Who's putting the door back on? Do you have like a
No, I
okay.
don't have any of that shit, but
Can
nobody
I-
else is gonna do it.
Like,
Can I-
I'll do it. I'll smart my
whoever's-
way into it.
Whoever's doing it, roll intelligence or wisdom to make sure you put the door back on safely. Okay,
There
the
you
door is back on. It's in
Like it
someone's
never
living
happened.
room.
I'm slamming it shut and locking it.
About 30 seconds later, someone and Carol are
No,
returning.
I'm leaving the egg right there because fuck them.
Hmm.
Someone, as you unlock the door and open it, it gets about an inch open before it hits something.
Oh,
You need a hand? Push it harder?
sure. Let's do it.
Okay, but one of you with advantage, or both of you individually roll an athletics check.
You go for it, Carl. Here, I'll be like, give me your sandwich real quick. Go for it.
Did you
Hold
bring
on one
some for
second.
the rest of us?
He's gonna kick.
Okay.
You didn't have time, you know.
The door
looking
does not
shades
survive.
and all that.
The Emmy, I roll a d20. This is your door's Constitution save. You see the door bend, not snap, but bend as Carl
Oh.
kicks it, and the thing slides across the thing, kind of tearing up your floorboards a little bit.
Well,
the
there goes
the
the
door might
damage
need to be
deposit.
straightened before you close it.
okay.
Sword's dead. It's fine.
Carl, do you want to help me straighten the door real quick?
Yeah, let me just fix that right quick.
So you had time to go get sandwiches, but you didn't have time to get everyone sandwiches?
We were being chased. It was kind of scary. So,
I don't believe you.
have I ever told a lie
Brian?
effectively?
Well, no, he got us there. I
Yeah,
guess.
no. In hindsight, yeah.
Good
we
job,
thought you'd
Brian.
be longer, in my defense.
We figured out we could also take the shortcut.
Oh. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
We also figured out somebody could make the big egg float without telling me first.
She didn't know!
I dragged that fucking thing for so long.
I can head back
Mark.
out and get some food if we
Mark.
need.
Do you want like praise? What do you want?
I think I have a hernia. I think
You
that's my
want a
problem.
sandwich?
I can fix that.
You want a sandwich?
Do you want a sandwich?
I don't know.
Go to the falafel cart.
So
Some waffles.
I will note for the record, you do actually have to get food for someone's house because anything that was here when she returned is, well, it's growing stuff. So
I'm not that like whenever I leave for a job, I make sure to clean out all the perishable shit. So
okay, so there is literally no food here then.
there's ketchup.
Yeah.
Fantasy ketchup. That's about it.
Yeah. You have blended tomato. Actually, is that preservable in this era? Isn't
No.
Isn't that only
You give me the
preservable?
fridge for that. Someone doesn't know that though. It's extra kick.
Yeah, you have great you have green ketchup several hundred years before the Shrek movies came out.
Gotcha.
That's
I'll
limited
go out and do
edition.
I'll do a grocery run. How about
Cool.
that? I'll bring Nyx because I don't know how to shop for many people. So,
Yeah, clearly one of Nick's
and I feel like if I
skills.
just bring what I normally buy, it's not gonna work out.
So, and anyway, you guys have the receptacle in someone's house. What's part two of the plan?
So are we giving this to the middle manager or not, Mark? Like,
Presumably someone's gonna come for this fucking thing.
you have
Probably
to-
won't be him. He seems a little too pompous for that.
I mean, how long do we wait though? Like, do we give it like 2 days and then I'll send him a sending just to make sure, like a follow-up email?
Just give it a day. Last time I gave it a day,
Which,
somebody violently put visions into my head on where to find this thing. So presumably I'll get those and what to do with it.
that's fair. I feel like that tracks. Um,
They can just stay here until then.
Makes sense. I mean, sorry. Oh, Selwyn's not here. I'll apologize to Selwyn about the living room egg when he gets back. But I guess that's good enough. Put a blanket over it, just in case anyone looks in the window, so then it's just a weird blanket thing instead of a cursed egg. But, okay.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
And I
we're-
is that
We're grocery shopping, basically, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you can just succeed in that. That's not a check.
I keep reminding someone, you know, you can buy. It's cheap. It's actually cheaper to buy like the ingredients and make things than it is to buy the prepared stuff.
I can cook.
What do you cook?
I guess we'll see. So,
So I'll remind you for the record, cooking is a wisdom-based skill. So in
Yeah, I'm
theory,
real
Selwyn
fucking good at
can
that.
cook. Yeah. I will say it does require a tool proficiency you do not own. But if you ever wanted to pretend to be good at cooking, you can just take a long rest and be good at cooking.
yeah.
There's also a feat involved that I wouldn't recommend taking because it's not a particularly useful feat. But anyway, you guys succeed. You guys get the stuff you need to get. It is still around midday because you guys went in there first thing in the morning. So if you guys want to just say we want to chill for the rest of the day and then long rest, you can. If there's any like individual things you want to do, we can cover it now or we can cover it in between session. But more or less, you guys can just take a day if you want.
Yeah.
We can take a day. It's been a long morning.
Yeah.
Well, can't think of anything that I particularly need to do right now.
You know, I'm not saying you have to do it now, Kat, but there are some things in the bag of holding you might want to exchange at a store, like a Scimitar of Speed no one uses.
Hey, I'm
Like-
using it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, stop using that.
Kat,
one. We
update
figured
your
that out.
notes.
Okay.
Sorry,
I will,
actually,
I will
yeah.
update.
My apologies, Kat. I'll
Yeah.
take that tone back. I'm sorry. I went through the notes and I was like, oh, the Scimitar of Speed's unassigned. You probably want to try that in, but
I feel like we have something else to sell though.
you have the
Where's
Meridian swords that you want to get plated and stuff. There's some heavy crossbows. There's some silver short swords. Carl wanted his armor fixed because it's been corroded.
We could probably handle that one. Because that's more of a party issue, getting like the armor fixed.
Yeah. No, we can fund that. That's fine.
Hey Fergus, you know any blacksmiths?
I can take care of it.
He
know
knows some.
blacksmith.
He knows some dwarven smiths.
Mm.
Carl, we've been over this. You don't own a forge.
I'll just borrow theirs, maybe.
Actually,
If they'll let
Carl,
me.
do you have Smith's tools?
He does.
No,
yeah.
he does not.
If
Oh.
you
I
buy,
mean, unless Gundal's hammer counts. I can't remember if it does or not.
actually, I think it fucking does. One moment, let me look at his mechanics because for the moment, let's assume it doesn't. It gives you proficiency. It does not count as individual Smith's tools.
Okay, makes sense.
But if you buy Smith's tools, the sort of repair that Carl wants to do on his armor, he could do if he had the tools. So if you go to a Smith's shop, you could just buy the tools and then do it for cheap at home.
Okay, then we do that. It's a visit to the smith either way.
Okay. So Murder, you specifically want to get the swords replated?
No. That's not worth the money yet. I kind of
Okay.
want to get some income going until we do that.
So
What is the?
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was trying to answer. What does it actually do? The witch catcher compass thing?
It's essentially a non-magical detect magic.
Is
It will point at the closest, most powerful spell effect within 30 feet of it.
Is
It's
it an attunement item?
no. It's a mundane item that is 100% unmagical that points towards magical effects due to the minerals in the like the compass pin.
I mean, I could take it for now, I guess. It seems useful,
Um,
but it doesn't tell you like school or anything.
no.
right? It's just-
All it does is it points at the closest, most powerful magic finger in 30 feet of you. It is used normally by harvestmen to locate spellcasters.
Out
Does
of
it
pure
point at the rock?
curiosity. Yeah, I was gonna say, out of pure curiosity, what is it pointing at right now?
The rock.
Fancy
Really?
rock.
Even more than the staff?
No, it says spell effect, not magical thing. The rock is under an imprisonment spell effect. The staff isn't currently casting magic.
So, technically, magic items are pointed to by it as well, but the thing that is
does-
the highest on the magic scale currently is the rock.
I mean, based on what Kat put in there, my question is legitimate because it says detects active spells, magic items, magically consecrated or desecrated. So
Areas.
it's still
Oops.
pointing at the rock over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Even my fancy book?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's
Oh.
probably like a fucking mermaid in there or something.
And it's a fancy rock.
Just
suppose-
for the record, just so that this doesn't get diluted by slang, it's an urn made of stone, with like lifts and stuff on it. For the record, you can call
Yeah.
it an egg and a rock and all that stuff, just so that you guys don't forget. It is
Oh.
actually like an urn and stuff. Kat, you may have
That's
missed that
my-
when you're dropping
I
out.
did miss that. My apologies.
So
I would have called it the big pot instead.
Yeah.
So we're just I'm only asking because I do not know, Mark. What does he want with this?
Who specifically?
Your weird druid guy who smelled funny.
Or his boss.
He doesn't. He works in another department. I'm in a department in charge of getting the big pot.
You're in
The bar.
acquisitions.
I guess
Yeah.
I am. I guess I am. There wasn't like a written agreement or anything, but I guess
Well-
I am acquisitions.
You should never work without a contract.
There was extenuating circumstances. Now, I don't know. All right? Whoever I'm getting this for sends images into my head, doesn't speak to me, and also, I don't know where to find them. I'm probably going to be told what to do with it, but I don't know what they want with it.
All right. Well, we have a prison pot. with presumably a prisoner inside that we're giving to Mark's creepy boss.
Yep.
Okay. Ethically dubious. Yes. Morally dubious. Also yes. But not in any way that I can really point to and be like, ick.
If there's a person in there, I mean, is there a way to tell exactly what it's trying to contain based on the runes?
Not that I saw the first time I read these ancient ruins. How long did it look like this had been down there? Did we get a ballpark on that last time or last session? Am I just not remembering it?
You
Just old as
haven't
fuck.
you haven't investigated that in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Would I be able to?
You can roll an
play with
intelligence
some-
check for something that Cat is proficient with, but Callista is not.
Sure. Okay. History. No, intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Intelligence. Eesh. This was not one of Callista's special interests.
Over a few hundred years at least.
Okay.
Look.
So the pot has been fermenting for like a couple hundred years at least.
Based on
Junk
if it is if it is actually an Osiran pod, it's been down there for at least 1,000 years.
Super don't care.
I know
Uh,
you don't care, Mark. I know. We know you don't
Look.
care.
No, murder doesn't care. That isn't Mark. Like, Mark doesn't either, but Mark's not voicing it yet. Okay. Things like this aren't used on random bozos that you can just find off the street. Whatever's in there is probably something beyond our comprehension. La-di-da, it's beyond being innocent and guilty. La-di-da, let's leave it in there. I'm gonna go buy I'm gonna go buy Carl Hammer.
Why do you assume I was going to say let it out? I want to know more about it.
I did want to open it. I'm not going to lie.
No, you said the fuck no.
I know. It's a cool pot.
So, yeah, I will say you can get more information by spending time and investigating it.
Yeah.
Moto, on the Smith's tools, it will cost you 30 silver.
Cool.
I'll get it from party loot.
While you're here, if you're interested, tinkering tools will cost you 75 silver, mason's tools will cost you 15 silver, and carpenter's tools will cost you 12 silver, if you're interested.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. On the kind of like taking the rest of the day off front, if you don't need him, Fergus is going to continue his investigation and take care of some at-home affairs.
Uh-huh.
Good luck, buddy.
I will
You
just
need help
take
with
that on
anything?
face. No, everything's good.
Oh,
Okay.
I bet it's great.
You're out shopping.
Yeah, you're not here.
Yeah, okay, so
Hey, Carl commented. I took him shopping. I figured this is after we're back.
Uh-oh. I didn't realize you were taking Carl.
Okay, so Carl, roll a D100 for me. It makes sense Carl being there for the tools because you have to kind of pick out your own Christmas present. Okay. Moto, could I have a D100 as well?
I guess so. Oh, no, that's... Zombie, I'm never taking you anywhere again.
Boy, that sure is the number that we were thinking about very deeply the other day.
Interesting. We're going to take our 5-minute break now because I
Yeah,
need to
let's-
make coffee.
let's-
Oh no.
Oh my. I should have disguised you before you left. I'm so
It's
sorry.
alright.
No, this is beyond disguises.
This is true. This is true.
I think this is the immortal guy that.
Yeah, that we just so happen to
Oh,
run
no.
into.
Fantastic.
Run
We
into
just
while
bumped in.
divided and wounded.
Yes.
Just kind of like bump into him, like, hey, what's up, homie?
Ah, sorry, bud. Sorry
I
about
love
that.
how he sees that, and Patmore goes, "I need to make coffee."
Yeah. Yeah.
If I die, Fergus did it.
To be fair,
Actively being murdered by a criminal. This was Fergus's fault.
you've never seen a Fergus and the Immortal in the same room.
I can't argue with that logic.
Suspicious. Yeah, fucking hell, maybe it was the camera, actually. Because it's been sort of stable for a little while.
Oh boy. What a day.
I know, right? And I wanted to do other things, but fucking now I'm fighting an immortal guy.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to remember what all of my spells were at. Because I accidentally hit the long rest button before we long rested. That's nice. I
You
think
should be
this
like
is
me
right.
and constantly forget to press the long rest button.
If it helps,
Uh.
Andrew, you probably won't be involved in any battle that may or may not happen.
I know, but just in case, I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, he's not gonna punt me across the city so hard I end up in Selwyn's apartment and bring him to you guys.
It might feel like
Again.
it though.
It's just in case
Like if you manage to
somehow
get
it
out of
becomes
this,
relevant.
if you manage to get out of this with your spine intact, Angel's probably gonna have to patch you up a bit, and like spell slots are suddenly relevant again.
No, Cat, I'm immortal, is where that plan falls apart.
No, that's a mistranslation. He's immortal. You're in
Immoral?
trouble. In trouble. Yeah, immoral. Yeah.
Missed it by a couple of letters.
Yeah, it's close.
So,
I need
Happens
to
all
get
the
a
time.
drink.
To be
Fucking
fair-
goddamn.
there is not necessarily a fight here unless one picks one.
That's true. Y'all could just mind your business. I know it's hard.
He's gonna say something fucking mildly snobbish, and that
I mean,
and
Mark
Mark's
could
gonna
actually-
shoot back immediately with "That's not what your mother said last night," and we're
Mark-
gonna fucking die.
Mark could, practice a little bit of self-control and get out of the situation without
you
saying
would-
anything. Just a little.
I have though. I didn't kill the guy that assaulted me.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so.
When Mark was like late 20 minutes last session, he got jumped in an alleyway and didn't kill a guy.
Good job. Proud
Yeah,
of you.
he surprisingly let that guy live.
And also, he went along with the authorities because there was a mix-up at the post office, and someone has been using Mark's name to just foot every parking ticket.
What number was that on your table, Patmore?
I rolled
Uh.
like a 32 or something, and Patmore was like, "You know what's been happening this whole time? Fraud."
Like, I may or may not have a table related to the mailing system, because I may or may not have made a joke about how much effort I've put into my mailing system.
So you double down? Is what
Well, yeah.
like post office encounters is where I'm at.
Yeah. It may or may not surprise you that someone going postal is on that table.
But yeah, no, like Mark's had 2 instances of self-control in that one session.
And to be fair, it's not that they were like, fuck Mark, I'm going to put all the bills here. It's that they've made up a name, and that name happened to be Mark's name.
Mark Dubois.
Yeah. Like, they made up a fake name, and it happens to belong to a sociopath. Yeah, what's the chances?
Okay, to be fair, during the encounter, Mark just told them to stuff it and walked out. And then, like, a cop walked up to him. It's like, hey, you can't do it. It's like, hey, I don't own a fucking card. How would I get card violations? And I was like, that makes sense. I'm going to take you in for questioning anyway.
Yeah.
and wasted an hour of my goddamn time.
So, I didn't think I needed this guy's sheet open today, but I'm gonna open it and keep it ready.
It's okay. I'll just slap him once and he'll die. All right.
Like, what if you make a friend? What if you do that?
Okay. I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Oh no.
The only reason the party is friends with Mark is because narrative is gluing Mark to the party.
I mean, Nyx is trying really hard.
My point is he's an unlikable douchebag, is my point.
Carl likes him.
He's an unlikable douchebag, and everyone is trying, and yet he's just like, no.
You know what else is the problem? Patmore models every arrogant, unlikable NPC after Mark, so it's just two Marks in a room, and it never ends well.
I mean, Mark.
Tell
could
me
try,
I'm wrong.
Mark could grow as a person.
Don't
He's
worry.
going slowly.
That will happen in a moment.
No, you're gonna stretch him. That's not growth.
I don't hear a difference. Anyway, so you and Carl at the smith. Carl, you're currently picking out your new smith's tools. Making sure that has the right little anvil, the right hammer. Everything's just perfect. As you're kind of there making small talk with the dwarf.
John Smith, yeah.
No, dwarf smith. You would notice this person would also, the person that you've been keeping an eye out would enter the smith shop and come to wait behind you.
Okay. Just kind of in line for the smith?
Yeah. No, he's just quietly waiting there, hands in his pockets.
And the smith's not making a fuss about it?
No. He's behind you in line. He's just waiting.
No, I mean because this guy's wanted posters all over the place. That's why.
Yeah, the smith has actually. The smith has some vague idea who this guy might be, but it's human politics, so he doesn't give a shit.
Valid.
Good. Okay. I wait for Carl to pick out his fucking tools quietly.
Carl, can I have an Eye of the World check?
God damn it.
Carl, there is a man standing behind Mark that you're fairly sure you've seen on wanted posters.
Nice to be friends.
Alright, well, got my Smith tools. Let's purchase these.
Okay.
Just kind of casually walks up and place in front of the blacksmith.
Yep. Blacksmith will kind of look over it and ask for I believe it was 20 silver. Sorry,
Right.
30 silver.
You don't have to subtract that. I already took it from party loot.
Cool.
Gotcha.
You guys can leave now if you'd like to.
Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, I would like to. Do I get to?
What is your current thoughts and opinions?
Oh no.
Fuck this city's garbage. Followed by I fucking hate it here.
Yep.
Followed by that Smith has the stubbiest legs I've ever seen on a dwarf.
Okay.
You tell me when you want me to stop.
Okay, Carol, what thoughts are going through your mind?
Wii Sports music.
Pretty much, probably. But no, just fixing his armor, not getting shanked by the serial killer. And one of Mark's eyes sure are pretty.
Could I have just a deception check just to see how well you're keeping your thoughts to yourself? And Murder, could I have
Oh,
a
no.
insight check?
I guess. I thought you were rolling against the immortal guy, not Mark.
No, I did. He was rolled, but part of that's relevant for you. Murder,
God,
you don't
Mark
know
doesn't
why,
know
but
it.
Carl keeps looking you in the eyes. Uh, do you continue to leave?
Yeah. I guess quick question.
Yep.
Is the immortal also trying to steal glimpses at my eyes as we're leaving?
No.
Good. That'd
Is
be
he
weird.
staring at Carl?
No, he's minding
Okay,
his own
that's good.
fucking business because, you know, unlike other people, he respects people's space.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you guys want to just leave and not pay attention to what he wants to do here, you guys can leave.
As soon as they get outside, Carl's gonna say, "Hey, what do you think about that? Should we do anything?"
Fuck no.
Mm.
Whatever happens to that dwarf in there, that's his problem.
Oh shit. Carl is going to look down at his hammer, or
no.
over his shoulder.
You want your hammer's opinion on this?
Being a paladin sure does suck, Mark. He's gonna turn around and try to peek through a window, I guess.
No,
Okay.
when it starts to suck, you quit. Like I did.
Okay, so, looking through the window, it seems they're currently talking about something. I don't think you have the observant feat, so I don't think you can read lips.
No.
So if you want, you can do a perception check to work out what they're talking about.
Can I do that also because I'm not leaving Carl yet?
If you want to, yeah.
Like it's something to do, right?
They seem to be talking about a specific alloy of metal. Carl, you can't pick it up, but Murder. Apparently, it's a certain type of meteorite metal that's used that can be used to make I think certain silver or steel objects. You can roll a intelligence check to have any understanding of what that is past that.
Like without the check, could I get like maybe I don't know, like what's it most commonly used in?
You don't you barely know the name of it, let alone what it's used in.
Well, I don't know.
It's one of the things that's the only interaction you've ever had with this is some people use it when they're hunting like lycanthropes and stuff. This material is kind of similar to Moonbeam. It can kind of force shapeshifters out of their form.
Okay, that's interesting. God, let's get the fuck out of here. He's just putting an order in.
Gindrel?
Oh no.
Stop talking to your fucking hammer and start listening to me.
Okay, hang on. Let me bring Grindel up here. So, the Grindel, in theory, would ideally want, you know, an evil immortal not around, but he the thing he values more is the protection of dwarven lives and the thriving of their culture. So, as long as this person doesn't murder that dwarf, he's probably okay with you not intervening, because Grindel understands weight class, and that death is not ideal.
All
So
right.
yeah, as long as this guy
uh,
doesn't start murdering that dwarf, you're probably good.
I have to say here for the time being, uh,
Are you serious right now?
yep, afraid so. Duty calls.
And
Fucking
to answer your
God.
question, Kat, maybe.
Okay.
Um, and murder. Actually, Kat, to the GM layer, could you roll me a D100 to see how this interaction goes?
Absolutely.
Why?
How interesting.
Why did you make Cat roll that? Like, what are you trying to pull here?
What are you talking about? I rolled a perfectly serviceable number.
Okay,
It's
It's definitely between 1 and 100.
it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. Um. It seems that the dwarf doesn't particularly have the expertise that the man is looking for, and it's getting a little bit heated. Like, not heated as in he's being murdered, but like, just agitated.
Okay. Does Carl get a sense of whether it might escalate to murder time?
You can roll a insight or eye of the world check.
Can I do that too on those two and also Carl on what
Yeah.
the fuck he's gonna do?
Yeah. Murder. You think of Carl. If a fight starts, Carl's in that room.
God damn it!
But you'd say with 22, you think while they're having a disagreement, you think it's probably going to not escalate into violence. Unless a dwarf hits a guy for being a lot like Mark, you think he's probably going to. You don't think the Immortal's going to start a fight here.
Oh, man. It's like super racist, so his assumption is that the dwarf's gonna hit a guy. Look, man, look, it's probably fine. They're just having a kerfuffle. There's civilized people in there. Well, one of them is. Let's just get. Let's just go back home.
You're sure?
Positive.
Carl's gonna insight.
No matter roll whatever social check you're currently doing. Ooh.
Like he's again, as you said, he's pretty sure they're not going to come to blows over this. So he's just persuading him.
Okay. What a time for Carlton at 20.
I know, right? Fuck me.
What a narrative moment that'll probably get everyone killed. Okay. Okay, Carl, you think, Mark has never led you astray.
That's because Mark has never led him anyway.
Only down the garden
Details.
path.
All right. Well,
It's probably fine.
it's cool. Good then.
Cool. Kak, you roll me a second D100 to the gem lad just to see how that would resolve.
We just hear an explosion.
So, you guys return. You guys have the Smith's tools. Carl, you roll a Smith's tools check to try and repair your armor.
First, as soon as I get in, he's gonna just sort of lay out the news. Guys, we saw the guy,
Which one?
Which one?
serial killer.
The person they're currently calling the Beast of Terborn, aka the immortal guy with claws that I told you about.
The awful one. Oh, good. So you didn't
And-
die.
Yeah, you're alive and you look all right.
Well,
He
you
was-
look a little
Follow
beat, you
you,
look a little
right?
beat to shit, but you were like that before.
Right.
He kind of just ignored us and was trying to commission something from a smith.
What was he trying to commission?
Work on a meteor metal that undoes shapeshifters' false forms.
Now, can I roll
So
something? for that?
she starts thinking. I mean, it's not technically a false form; it's just a different form. I mean, on the mechanical level.
Kat, you can roll.
But I would also like to roll something.
It takes
You can
every
roll a
part of
nature
Mark's
check.
okay, but it takes every
Cat?
part of Mark's being to go. Who asked?
Yeah.
Cat
To
roll
not
nature
go-
Yeah.
check?
Yeah.
Okay.
It.
Be bad at that.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nick
Good
has
job.
it.
Ed.
So I will say there are several metals that could do it, but specifically a meteorite metal that would do it. That would be a. I'm gonna have to look up for pronunciation. One moment. I have the spelling. I just need to make sure I get
Post
the
it.
pronunciation right. I want to see if I can get it first.
Okay.
To see if there is a canonical way of spelling this. There might actually not be, which would make any way we say it correct.
That's true.
Dairy Night.
Okay, there is not a canonical spelling for this. This is the name of the mineral.
Galvanite?
Alvanite.
Yeah, galvanite, I guess.
What does it do specifically?
Oh, anything that's a shapeshifter, like a werewolf, a druid, a changeling, anything that has a shape change like feature, whether it's called wild shape or whatever, they would being hit by this as a saving throw, and if you fail to save, you're forcefully reverted back to your natural form.
So, like your neutral form.
Yeah. So there are
For
some creatures
changelings,
that
specifically.
yeah, so there are some creatures that their neutral form is their more dangerous form, and their like shapeshifter is like a human kind of thing. So it could technically be a little bit backwards on some creatures, but generally speaking, it turns them from their like lycanthrope form to their human form.
So, just because, as an example, if a dragon was in dragon form and it got hit with this, you could force it to shift to its human form?
If that dragon was a human, yeah. But if there was a dragon who was in the shape of a human, it would turn them back into a dragon.
Okay. So,
So
I'll
it's-
explain.
It turns them into their original form, regardless of if their original form is the monster or the humanoid.
I will explain. It's more than just the shapeshifters. It's anything that can change its shape. If this elemental were to hit me while I was, any of the things I can turn into, it would push me out of that form. Well, it could. I could resist it.
The other feature is any shapeshifter that is being like bound by this mineral automatically fail strength saves to break it.
I will explain that in a
Yeah.
lore-friendly manner.
Cool.
Can I roll fancy history about this?
Yeah, you
and
may.
prevalence?
You may.
What is fancy history?
Oh, it's just cat history.
History.
Eh.
You find out where Smudge was at any given point in history.
It's true.
She's currently up in my bed asleep.
That would have been my first guess, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
that's why you rolled high on your cat history.
Middlingly.
So, anyway, Kat, you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
You
Okay,
would
well,
say, based on the date, you don't think it's that, and if it's that, it's an
Mhm.
earlier version of that.
Cool.
Okay,
Anyway.
well, that
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Murder.
I was just saying. Okay, well, that proves my theory that he's not here to kill a bunch of random people.
He's here to kill. I mean, based on this, you could posit that he's going after changelings, he's going after lycanthropes, he may be going after a sect of druids.
Maybe. Could I roll like, I don't know, streetwise or something, like just economic knowledge, I guess, to know if there's like if the metal is like found anywhere here and imported from somewhere.
Yeah, you can. So can Selwyn and so can Carl.
What's that? Like, what's the actual roll?
Streetwise or wisdom?
Okay, cool.
None of
Oh,
you guys
fuck
have a
my
fucking
life.
idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, Carl, the man who's a smith, has no fucking idea what the mineral is and has never heard of it. So if that might be an indication that it's probably not an open market item.
Why would I know about it? Other than the
Um,
natural 20.
because you come from a group of druids who would very much be afraid of this mineral.
Okay.
Like,
I just wanted to know, like, in case it comes up, why do I know about this?
well, like if someone was hunting druids, they would try to have weapons made of this, and they would try to have like manacles and stuff made of this, because you can't wild shape
Wait.
out of I
Yeah.
said manacles made of this.
I would
Wouldn't.
explain that too.
Yes, Myrtle?
Sorry, my bad. No, but I was just asking, like, wouldn't Mark be intimately familiar in that case?
You are aware of the final product, but not the materials of the product, if that makes sense. So you'd be aware of like manacles and stuff that are designed to like bind shapeshifters.
So I'd know that like they exist, and I had access to them, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're made out of.
Yeah,
Fairy
kind
dust.
of. It's a bit like, me asking you, like, what's your battery made out of in your phone?
And I go, fuck off,
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
But
I
yeah.
would, I mean, I would explain why I know this and why it's a little worrying to me that this guy is looking for this metal.
He's an evil immortal guy.
Well,
And
I
it-
can still tell you my concerns, Mark.
No, I mean anything he does is worrying. I don't think he goes out to get his morning paper without it being part of some grand Machiavellian scheme.
Who's Machiavelli?
Silesian guy.
He was Mark's middle manager.
The real fucking
That
asshole.
explains
That
a
guy
lot.
could not have a straightforward conversation with him.
Like for years, Mark assumed that he was like the boss of the organization, but he's just a middle manager. Just because you'd never get a straight answer from him, it's like, okay, I guess for implied answers, I'm going to do all these things, I guess. But
Right.
anyway, is there anything you guys want to do before you guys go for that long rest?
Yeah.
Yep.
And repair.
Oh yes. So we'll do Carl's thing first. Carl, roll a Smith's Tools check.
Intelligence, wisdom.
It would be intelligence.
Perfect. He's good at those.
I love your enthusiasm, zombie. Ah, fuck. He breaks it.
what a what a moment.
I almost
It's
died
all
for
going-
this fucking...
It's all going well until you take your divine hammer and you flatten the armor on the anvil.
Oops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oops.
Oh, a little less muscle behind the swing.
Yeah. Lesson learned, I guess.
How do we fix it?
Right. Smelting it down and turning it into some useful pots and pans, and then going to the store to purchase different armor.
And hope we can get a good price on those pots and pans.
What do we have to sell?
To be fair, it's not like we're super cash strapped, but we also have those the rest of those stones if he wanted to get like a fancy armor.
Yeah, we could technically go to Setsuko again and...
Yeah, let's
Try
go
something.
Setsuko.
No, let's
Setsuko
not.
I like
Time.
her. She's very pleasant.
Setsuko
You guys
time.
don't know. Shut up.
I do. Setsuko time.
Okay.
You don't know what it's like.
I mean, neither does Mark, so it's fine.
So, Murder, there was something you wanted to do. We'll cover that before the Setsuko visit.
It was also like an excursion because I wanted to find Fergus because I feel like this is relevant information for his investigation because it would help him.
Okay.
Like I was just gonna go like literal address hunting.
Okay. Right.
Might also fix that with Setsuko.
Where are you going to find his address? Like, are you going to like City
Literally
Hall?
the most posh segment I can find. And I'm
Oh, you
going
just
for
want to walk to the
Sinclair.
wealthy part of town and just look for him?
Find the Sinclair estate, yeah.
Okay.
Just waltz on in.
So I do need essentially a performance check, not to be asked to, not be in a section of town you're clearly not fit to be in.
Bring
Hello,
a
sir. You look poor.
No,
Well-
bring a like a present or something, or like a package, and tell them you're here for a delivery.
So
Yeah, I have meat lovers stuffed crust for Sinclair Fergus.
how did you know his order?
Your Uber Eats?
But yeah, so I'm gonna roll a performance check.
Yeah, you got it. 15 it is, just I have a meat lovers for Sinclair Fergus. It's not great. It might fool people that aren't paying that much attention.
Okay, so Murder, essentially you'll be allowed to do one check before you'll be asked to leave.
So that would be a streetwise, just to
Yeah.
find his address.
Yeah. While you're doing that, we're gonna jump over to everyone else.
Oh, I do have a
Yep.
question, just so I can plan my next move. The 15 is more how I carry myself than it is me doing anything, right?
Yeah, kind of. You look like an angry poor person.
Yeah, no, I know that, but it's
Yeah.
like for the moment, like delaying them talking to me a little bit. That's what the performance was for.
Yeah, more or less. It's how long you can kind of walk around without them being like, hey, that's a pretty suspect person over there.
19 on the streetwise. You can move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize, man. So, going to the store. It's open. Is everyone except for Murder there?
I was gonna investigate the rock, but we can do that after the Fergus excursion. Or the
Oh, we're all
pot.
going with him?
No. Everyone's going to the magic store. What Kat was saying was whether or not she's going to stay behind and investigate the urn while you guys go to the store.
In hindsight, I should probably go to the magic store, being a magic one. Fair
Allegedly.
enough. Allegedly.
It's
I
all
am
sleight of hand
just
and mirrors.
Yeah, I am simply a very committed rogue. I'm
Yeah.
committed to the bit. But
Joke's
yeah.
on you guys. I'm a magician, not a mage.
Yeah.
Like,
Really
you think
party.
that's Fireball Cat's doing? It's like, no. She gets to the site earlier and then buries TNT under the ground.
Yeah, nah, buddy, that's napalm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But okay, so which is why she can't be counterspelled as an aside. All the other casters are thinking like, she has some sort of arcane ward stopping the counterspell. It's like, nope, it's just not magic.
Nope.
But anyway, going to Setsuko's magic store. She would greet you and she would say, it hasn't been that long since you visited. I hope there's no issue with any of the stuff you picked up.
No, it's actually been very useful already. I kind of motioned to Carl, who is over here for me. This one needs new armor because he was a little too aggressive with the repair of his last batch.
Okay.
I know he's rather large, but magical items kind of fit after a while,
What sort of armor are you looking for?
Heavy, for one.
He kind of stands in front of us, keeping us from taking blows.
Yeah, I'm a meat shield.
I was.
That's a very unfortunate name for your title.
I wear it proudly.
Okay. Let's take a look. So the companion was not agreeing with me because the American way of spelling armor is not the way that I spell armor. We have a U in it.
The U out of there.
Yeah. Because it's like companion searching armor and then it's just coming up like no results found. It's like how it's armor that it's fine. So how much are you willing to spend?
Well, we've got those eight more of those rocks if you want rocks. And I did in fact close the party loot bag.
I don't know what that means. Like, you mean you just
Uh,
close the top of the bag?
Yes, definitely did that. Didn't misplace the bag of holding. Give me a moment. Found it. Yeah. Got like 8 rocks, 20 gold.
Well,
Miscellaneous silver and coppers.
and have like plate armor equivalent.
Yeah.
If possible.
Let's take a look. We do have some armors here. Most of them are for the more slim.
Why?
But that wouldn't be a good fit for you. Any just armor, or do you want some? Are you looking for any sort of feature?
Oh, never thought about that.
Like, out of character, a plus something armor would be fine. Like, for, it not being destroyed in non-magical things. But other than that, is there, like, damage types or stuff that we encounter a lot? That Carl gets hit with a lot? Because he's already got the Don't
Just-
Die amulet.
He gets everything. I don't think there's any one specific kind
Yeah.
of damage other than like the physical ones.
And that's kind of hard to...
You could always go with like fire or frost. Those are pretty safe bets.
Yeah.
If you want to like poke around for damage resistance.
Okay. Carl, can I have a D100 just to kind of see what armors there might be available? 44. Okay, so there'll be some. Okay, so let me just double check what this one does because there's a really interesting name and it's probably going to be super unapplicable, but its name's pretty cool. Okay. So we have a few different armors. The first one that might be applicable, depending on the way that you the way you wear your armor, is we do have a set of plate armor that allows you to increase how defensive it is at a cost of how healthy you are. So just game talk here. One of the armors on offer is one that lets you use a reaction to increase your AC up to like an additional 10, but you take 5 times the number you're moving your AC up by in damage. So if you bring it up by 2, you lose 10 hit points. If you bring it up by 5, you lose math, which is eluding me for some reason. You lose 25 hit points.
50?
50?
You can lose up to 50 hit points.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. If you go, yeah, you could lose up to 50 hit points, raising your AC by 10.
I
How
heard
long
if
does
you burn
that
up by 10.
last?
It's just a reaction, right?
Yeah,
like
it's a
shield,
reaction.
but-
So you stop one attack by raising your AC, but each time you increase your AC, you lose 5 times that number in damage.
But-
in hit
like,
points.
You know how
Yeah.
shield lasts until
So
the
it
beginning
is
of your
a
next
single
turn?
attack you stop.
Oh. Hmm.
So it's
That's
more
kind
like
of-
the duelist's parry than a wizard's shield.
That's a kind of expensive trade-off.
It is, but if someone's about to murder you, it's a pretty good trade.
But like Carl has so much blood in him, and this way he's putting it to good use instead of it being splattered across the ground.
That is true. As a note, it's called blood price armor.
Well, do you have any? Let's keep workshopping. What else do you have?
Well, if you're willing to go a little bit lower in, actually, what is this? There are so many. So as a note, I'm not super familiar with heavy armors because I generally play characters that are dex builds, not strength builds, but this might work. I have a she'll kind of point at another one. I have a very reflective set of armor. It doesn't reflect attacks or anything, but if like a basilisk or a Medusa or whatever is looking at you, you can reflect it back.
That is pretty useful under narrow sets of circumstances, but still useful.
Um,
I always wanted to be a human mirror.
we have some mithril armor.
That's
Wait.
without disadvantage, right?
Yeah, that just removes
Yeah.
disadvantage from stealth checks.
This is Carl's chance to not be the worst at stealth.
I will note Carl has a
True.
fairly good stealth modifier.
Yeah.
Right. But he and I kind of compete for being the worst because we're both wearing.
Yeah, but you
Disadvantaged
won't be
armor.
competing if he didn't have disadvantage.
Oh, I know.
Oh, actually, here's one more armor on offer. Just let it load. Because I'm fairly sure I remember what this one does. Loady bastard. Here we go. Okay. Actually, no, we can't use that one. I'll use the one below that one. So there's also... Sorry, hang on. All the sheets just froze. Here we go. We have a set of armor that it's still armor. All it does is it smolders. Like smoke comes off it. Doesn't do anything else. It just does that.
No, not that one.
Okay. That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Which one do you? I mean, it's Carl that has to wear it. I do not
I
suggest
will
that one.
note the mirrored armor will give you disadvantage on certain stealth checks because of how reflective your armor is.
Which
Carl
one do
would-
you want?
Carl will pick the mithril.
Mithril, okay. So, okay, and for the mithril armor, I think 5 of those crystals would be an equivalent.
Okay.
You happy to make that
I
threat?
don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have a problem with that one.
I mean,
Okay.
Do you? Does anybody else have a problem with it?
No. I also don't barter.
I very rarely barter, and I don't know the value of these things, so it's hard for me to even begin to barter.
Okay. Zombie, feel free to add some mithril plate armor to your sheet.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. So, with that in mind, is there anything else you want to buy here?
What the fuck spell did I want? Hold
Setsuko
on.
doesn't know.
Cat had a list. Cat can't find the list.
Okay, we'll get back to you in just a moment. So, murder. You got a
Yep.
19.
Yep.
By the time you're being kind of like asked to leave, you do notice a Sinclair estate.
Who's asking me? Like, I
Like-
mean,
like
is it like a
guards?
mob?
No. It's like guards.
But like how many of them? That's kind of my.
Well, like, one older one who's like over the hill and he's guarding this area because he's clearly not well enough to guard areas that are actually dangerous.
I'm about to make it actually dangerous.
He looks like if you just give him a year, he'll have a heart attack on his own volition.
Okay, we're gonna try self-control first.
Like, this is clearly, like, this is his twilight years in the job.
Yep. Look, buddy.
If there were
What's your name
moles,
again?
who'd be the cop of that. Sorry. What's his name? That's a great question. Let me bring up my name list. His name is Marcus.
Oh no.
Great. Awesome.
He would ask you what your
Computer.
name is.
On Mark.
That seems unlikely.
World full of surprises. Look. I have some important business with Mr. Sinclair over there. Business that could result in saving multiple people's lives. So why don't you scuttle away, and we can pretend you're not interfering with me, saving people.
Official police business.
Can I have a deception check?
No, I'm not lying to him.
Oh, no, actually, yeah, no, you're right. Roll a persuasion check.
Very important business.
Yeah.
I'm like working on it, like finding the most wanted person in this fucking
Yeah,
city.
yeah, no, it is a persuasion check. I know, murder. Okay. He will. Marcus will agree to this if he can walk you and kind of escort you around just in case.
Sure. I know you have a job to do.
He will try and make some small talk when you're walking to Fergus's estate. He will ask if you're new in town.
Just arrived like yesterday.
You're a courier or like a PI or
More like a freelancer and dabbling with being an entrepreneur.
based on your accent, you're from Solace, right?
Yep.
Do you do business up there, or are you migrating?
Business there has been kind of slow.
Hmm.
There's just so many details you could drown in them.
Hmm. That's fair. He'll walk you up to the house. Because go ahead.
just to finish that thought, no, just like Mark will add on. Vermilion, that's where the money is. I can see it on the horizon. A lot of opportunity here.
I wish you well.
You too.
Good luck.
Was that gesture him offering to shake my hand?
Nope, that was him kind of half waving and kind of just pointing and walking away. He's over the humbug. I give him a break.
Okay, cool.
So
You're
yeah.
talking with the grandpa.
Yeah, no, he gave me the dad way.
Yep.
Yeah. Murder, there isn't a bell on the house because it's it's a current era, but you can knock.
There's a knocker, right?
No, he doesn't want people knocking on his door.
That's
I
too
knock
damn
on
bad.
his door anyway with my knuckles.
Okay, can I have a luck check? By D100.
It's rolling. It's
Yeah.
just a little laggy.
Kat, did you work out what you wanted to buy?
Yes, but then I realized I already had it. Oh wait, no. Locate creature was the second one. I thought I didn't have Dimension Door, and I wanted to get Dimension Door, but Locate creature was the other one.
Okay, so we'll get back to you in 1 second, Murder. So you want Locate Creature. For 400 silver, she's willing to sell that to you.
Mm. Can I offer you a rock?
She'll accept 2 rocks for it.
Cool. I need you all to know I'm getting this because we keep getting misplaced.
Oh, that's
Uh,
fair.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to buy?
No, I already had Dimension Door, so
Cool.
that was my other one.
She will wish you luck and, you know, have a good day or whatever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So, jumping
I
back
don't know why
to...
Murder hates this woman so much. She seems great.
It's very much last campaign.
So,
Just this-
I think
this last campaign.
she's perfectly professional, pleasant to talk to.
It definitely was not last campaign, but that's because she and Kano were
adversarial.
manager and employee adversarial relationship.
I cannot imagine why that might be the
It's
case.
entirely on her end. What the fuck?
Murder.
No, that
Could I have a
Kano
perception
did
check?
not start that fight, I will say.
Sorry, what was that? Pat?
Could I have a perception check?
To see the curtains flutter as he hides from you.
20, like unnatural.
Murder. The only
30,
response. Yeah. The the only response you're given to your knock immediately is you hear the sound of pitter pattering.
I'll give it like half a minute.
Okay. I just need to roll something on my own end.
Pitter pattering. Oh dear.
Murder. From the direction that you're not waiting at, you'd hear Fergus coming down the street, asking, "Hey, hello."
What? But then whose house is this?
Don't worry about it. What do you need?
I kind of am worried about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, can we just go inside? Because this is kind of important, and I don't want to shout in the middle of the street about it.
We can talk around back.
Oh my fucking god! I'm not gonna eat your fancy wallpaper.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's worried about the wallpaper.
No,
I don't either. But like,
He might. He might be. And you
Uh,
might.
So,
start munching it.
what brings you here?
We're really gonna play this game?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god!
Well, like, are you here for a reason, or are you just trying to find where I live?
I'm here for a pretty fucking important reason.
Did the urn open?
Somehow more important than that.
Is your druid murdering people in town?
How is that more important?
Um,
Look, I'm not gonna play the fucking guessing game. You have to let me inside so we can talk, or we just stay here like assholes.
are you okay? Can you wait out here for 5 minutes? It's
If you
not,
just lock the fucking door on me and call
I-
the cops.
No, I won't. It's just not ready for visitors.
I'm gonna inside that.
Okay.
He's great at lying, but
He is great at lying.
but that's one of those things that like I figured Mark would like pry into a little bit.
Interesting. He's a very hard man to read.
He was it green? Just give
It
me
was
that.
green. In fact, Murder, you're just getting a stony expression right now.
Stone cold.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll let you in as long as you're willing to wait 5 minutes for him to get it ready.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. He'll walk past you, go in. If you want to eavesdrop into his house, you can roll a perception check.
No, I'll leave it for now.
Okay. 5 minutes will pass. He'll open the door and lead you into a like a study.
What?
Yeah.
No drinks? You suck as a host.
He'll point at like a cabinet over there. It's like you can help yourself to whatever's in there.
I guess I'll open it first.
It's full of drinks. Murder. Only the solution beverages in here you're aware of. What you're aware of the brand, but not the specific model.
I'm assuming it's wine then. Like most of
No,
is wine?
it's like well, there is wine there, but it's like brandy and whiskey and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, I'll pour us both some whiskey and then sit down.
You're gonna need this, buddy.
The seat is very comfortable.
I figured if it wasn't, I would have thrown the chair at him.
That seems unreasonable escalation.
That seems just a little out there.
So how can I
Does
help
he
you?
also sit, or is he just tiptoeing around me all nervous like?
No, he's taking a seat behind the desk.
Okay.
His seat is slightly bigger than yours.
Don't start. I found our mutual pet project. Wilhelm.
Oh,
found
yes, the
Wilhelm.
immortal, yes.
He was in a random a random blacksmith's place, looking to acquire some. What's your name, Metal? Dalvanite for something.
Hey, Fergus, what do you know about Dalvanite?
Not necessarily the metal. He just needed someone to work it.
Okay,
So
what's
he might
Dalvanite?
already have some. It's a magical metal that reverts shapeshifters to their true form or permanently binds them, like enchantments.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what it's called. Weird.
Yeah, no, I wasn't my first guess either.
Yeah. I always just assumed that was also Meridian.
I guess I'll ask, even though but your response is a little pointless. Any idea if you could figure out where Dalvanite might be got from in this city, or if some was like rumored to be somewhere? Because he might have smuggled it in.
Well, groups like the Mastros and the Hosen Dynasty and stuff, they probably have hideouts in town for their their information people. So they might have some. I would probably be leaning more towards Mastros than the Hosen Dynasty because they generally don't go around hunting werewolves. There might be some in the Royal Vault. The king does like collecting curiosities like that. But
Patmore.
yeah.
Real quick, just to cut you off, sorry. Would I have to roll to know how much Dalvanite you like rough Dalvanite, not ingots, you'd need to make something of value, like either shackles or like a weapon or something?
So unlike Meridian, to some degree, and unlike a lot of rare metals, you kind of need to the Dalvanite needs to be pure. So if you want to contain like a druid in like Dalvanite like manacles, the manacles have to be 100% Dalvanite.
So they need to be ingots before being worked? Is that
Yeah.
what you're telling me?
You can't really use unrefined Dalvanite because unrefined Dalvanite just kind of kills people slowly, a bit like lead poisoning.
Madrigal.
But yeah, okay, so I guess how many ingots would that be?
To make a sword, maybe maybe in between like 3 and 5, for like 3 and 6, to make manacles, probably in between 2 and 6. Sorry, 2 and 4.
I'm trying to figure out how hard it would be for him to like actually smuggle that in and not find it on location.
In theory, not that hard, but it would be hard to get it to start with because there isn't a lot of it in the world.
Okay, and any master smiths in the city that you're aware of?
Yeah,
And I mean like the best.
well, aside from Carl,
Don't start.
yeah, I know quite a few. Like most cities, the best are generally dwarves.
Well, he visited a dwarf and the dwarf couldn't do it.
Well, you didn't
I'm
find
not
the right
saying
one.
that. Yeah, I'm not saying they all couldn't. I'm just saying that like it's one less dwarf to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Mark like takes a drink as he's thinking.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I can look into the Smiths if we need to. If he's looking at one, he'll probably be looking at the others. There might be some underground Smiths who work in like illegal magic items and stuff like that, but I'll look into it.
Here's an idea.
Yes.
How about you tell me where to look for one thing and you can look for the other?
Okay.
Between you and me, we can do a little bit more than you alone with your bum leg. He's half stone. He's currently
Yeah,
half
he's still
statue.
twice the man Mark is.
Okay, you want to start this in your nice house?
um, so,
Mark will chew on the chairs.
so yeah. Look, if you want to go, Dwarven Smiths or Underground Smiths.
I'll go underground. It kind of aligns with something else I had planned.
Okay. Fergus will essentially give you the information how to find the black market in the city.
Okay. Now I need something else
It's not
from you.
super far from where Selwyn lives.
Of course it's not, because he's in the slums. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I did have one more thing that's sort of unrelated to that and more related to you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're obviously not strapped for money.
Looks around at his study.
Yeah,
One could
you
say
have a
that.
study. You have a study. Most people do not.
You should see my
I think
private
I've-
one.
I want to punch him in the face so bad. I think I have an idea on how to keep you alive until we figure out the more permanent solution.
Well, contrary to popular belief, I am in fact all for staying around.
Don't worry. It's about as more. It shouldn't cross too many of your lines.
I hope it doesn't cross any of them.
It depends on what you think of sleazy businessmen.
Well, I consider you a friend.
Kind of pours himself a little bit more whiskey. You're very funny.
Thank you. I've been told it's my most attractive feature.
I kind of need I need a little bit of money to make a deposit at the Coliseum. I'm thinking of hiring them out because they
How
can
much you need?
smuggle in. Patmore, professional business sense, to make this a side venture and guarantee a partnership where I'm also going to be performing there for like basically nothing. What's the opener for that?
Maybe a few hundred silver, up to 1,000.
No more than 2,000 silver.
Fergus will open up a drawer.
Ah, for Christ's sake. You're very obnoxious.
I could pretend to look around for it for a bit if that helps.
And this isn't. Don't get this twisted. This isn't for me. I'm planning to buy them to, again, smuggle in a few magical beasties. I fight them in public. We bring you in the basement. You suck out their life force.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of like filling a leaky bucket, but it's gonna have to buy you a few months at least while we work on other things.
So okay. Fergus would place 20 platinum on the table.
Fuck me. This isn't carrying this around isn't gonna be a problem for the first 10 steps, and then after I reach Selwyn's house again, it's gonna be a problem.
I would give you change, but I don't keep that in my study.
I'm gonna pick up the money. Right. I'm going now.
Yeah, I'll walk you to the door.
Can I do a perception check as I'm leaving to try to figure out what he could have been hiding from me?
Absolutely.
Just to be a sly little shit about it.
Just to be a little shithead.
It's probably not one. That's nothing.
Can't even find the door.
Oh look, the front door.
Murder, as you're leaving, you feel eyes on you. You can't tell from where, but you feel eyes on you.
Yeah. Tiny stone eyes.
I mean, that would explain why he doesn't want us to use it on him.
Look,
I'm just saying, this is out of character. Out of character, it would explain why he doesn't want us to use the dust on him.
oh no. The look was in character for Mark talking to
Oh.
Fergus.
Sorry.
Look, I'm not an academic or anything, but if we can buy you enough time, if we can stabilize you a little bit, we'd have a method to solve that problem in the future. So if you ever want to get a few Rugrats, they'd probably be normal.
Super fantastic telling his father his kids can be normal.
Mark, man.
I will take that under consideration, and I will
What
I'll
I
look into
mean
it.
is,
and once I know a little
hey,
bit
don't
more
shut
about
the fucking door in my face. Hold on.
it. Okay.
What I mean is, I'm working in your best interest here solely. I could use a little bit more transparency.
Is there anything I haven't been transparent about?
Oh, I don't know. This place looks like a shithole still, and you told me you were getting it ready for visitors.
Yeah, they haven't arrived yet.
He's getting ready for guests, not you, Murder.
I'm gonna give him a look and kind of wag my finger at him a little bit, and then take my leave.
Do you need
I'm not gonna
directions or are you
push it.
fine?
Sorry, what is that?
Do you need directions or are you fine?
I'm good.
Okay. You would hear the door close, and not as many locks, but more expensive locks.
I'm not gonna break it back in.
Okay. So, Murder, you return to someone's house.
Well, yeah. Like
Okay. You will get back there after everyone else, just because you geographically went further. So everyone's now at someone's house. Mark,
Yay.
roll a D100 to see if someone tries to rob you.
Oh, jeez.
You're
Yep.
fine. No, you're fine.
My house is very shitty. I doubt anyone would try and rob it just at a first glance.
If you're
Okay.
here, you've got nothing worth mugging.
Yeah. Actually, Emmy, roll a d100 to see if someone tried to break into your house in your absence.
They did see us bring in the egg.
Okay, cool, you're fine. So you guys are all back at the house. You have the egg. You guys are pretty exhausted. It is now after lunchtime.
Ooh. I not like poke at the egg, but like investigate the egg, like we said.
Yeah.
Is that history, investigation,
Uh,
intelligence,
you can roll an
nature?
investigation check to start with to find new things to think about the egg, like
Cool.
new facets to think
I
about.
will I will consider the egg. Someone's
Okay.
assisting me.
Pondering the egg.
Someone is assisting.
Okay, you
Probably
may
me.
now roll Arcana, History, or Religion.
I'm
Cat history
at
is not applicable
Arcana.
here.
yeah. No way. I already rolled that one.
Yeah.
I probably Arcana then, because I'm not great at religion. As good. Yay!
So, with that roll,
Sniff test worked.
no, that was the taste test. The sniff test is what
Oh,
we
it was a
started
taste
with.
test. Yeah.
So, from your understanding of the magics that are here, you're fairly sure that they are designed to keep whatever's in there essentially in stasis until it's opened. So there is technically it is a repository containing a very small demiplane.
Okay.
Is there?
Um,
I'm sorry. As she
We
would
don't-
ask in character, is there a reference to like what the nature of the demiplane is? Is it water? Is it fire? Is it what is it?
It's not like a plane you would traverse, and it's more of like a stasis plane. So
This-
anything in there is just kind of
so-
waiting until it's opened.
so this is a survivable bag of holding. Cool.
Yeah.
Pot of holding.
Theoretically, an infinite amount of time could pass, and anything on the inside wouldn't notice any passage.
It's like the spell demiplane, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So
I will say, with a 28, you are aware what it would take to open this.
I'm gonna keep that to myself and not share that with the party. But so we're looking at something that could be a prison, but could also be a cradle.
Yeah.
Like keeping something safe rather than keeping something imprisoned.
Yep.
Okay. That's not interesting.
I'm gonna grab
So it could
Melon.
be-
You guys discuss this among yourselves.
So it could be that this was locked away for its safety.
I
Or-
mean, yeah, it could be.
I mean, I don't
So-
know about that simply because, well, frankly, did you not see the number of people that have been trying to get it?
Well, there's several ways you could come at that. So it's something that needed to be kept safe that Meta's new boss has been pursuing for an incredibly long time because they want to make less safe Ohana's in some way. So that's option one. They sent so many people because they want whatever's inside, and the person who put it in the pot didn't want them to have it. Could also be some sort of, if we're still going prisoner route, it could be an immortal prisoner, so they could not find a way to kill the being, person, whatever. So they put them in eternal stasis as a stopgap because they couldn't kill them, but they couldn't deal with them out. Or it could be a future pod where someone was either dying or wanted to outlast something and put themselves in the pod. There are a lot of different options, and unfortunately, we've just received more options and narrowed down none of it.
That
Is
sounds
someone-
like us. That sounds like us. Very us.
Yes.
That's correct.
Would I be able to roll religion and get something from that, or was that my check for this?
Yeah, you can do a religion check if you want.
Okay, bear with me. This is not as good as the other one.
You could religion if you want to.
Pretty good.
I needed a 25 to get anything, and a 28 got me what I needed, so...
So what was that number for religion?
22.
22. You are definitely aware, looking at this and looking at the imagery, that whatever is in here is considered sacred. Not a god that you'd be familiar with necessarily, or a field of divinity you'd be aware of, because it's been a long fucking time and you're not an expert in that culture. But there's definitely, there's a lot of religious significance in whatever's in here.
Okay, so we're looking at Ocean Axiom.
Maybe. Osaxium.
Yeah, Osaxium. Okay.
So what is this
So-
organization that it's an organization, right? That murders boss?
Why
Question
is
mark?
Nick's questioning murder? I'm freaked
I'm
out.
sorry, Mark.
We're
Mark
breaking the fourth wall!
Oh no!
Mark's boss? Question mark? Is he a boss? Like, did he join an organization? I'm
He
so
was press
confused.
gang. He was press ganged into a station.
But
What
what
goes-
do they do?
You know, things. Actually, am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, cool.
No one's acknowledged you, but you're back.
He
I
just
walk-
walked in, to be fair.
What does Mark do? Oh, you know, things. Anyway, what are we talking about?
What is this organization that your weird, stinky druid friend? I'm sticking with that. He smelled funny. Stinky druid friend does. Like, what do they do? What is their purpose?
I'm trying to think of an analogy that you'd get.
Anything coming to you?
They're like fixers?
It's sort of like a network where you get to say what you want. The person on the other side names a price, and you get it, and then you get what you want.
It's a network of brokers.
Favors. It's a network of favors.
Okay.
So there's no unifying force other than, I want something, can you give it to me?
There's only one provider. That's the unifying force.
You have a patron.
One could call it that.
What
Not
would
Mark,
you call
but
it?
one good.
I'd call it the person I get my stuff from.
So we have no idea if your little friend wants this for nefarious reasons or if
I don't.
excuse me.
I don't get the chance to ask, nor do I care.
So,
Okay.
Pat
I've
Mark-
already gotten what I asked for,
Which was
They've-
what?
which is none of your business.
I heard my
need to do-
name.
No, she
Uh,
walks away from you. She's done talking to you at this point.
I
Kat,
was just
you had a
going
question?
to I was just going to ask vibe wise on the religious iconography, is it Gur Kehodal, the spider god of flayed people and death, or is this like Hestia, god of family and stuff? Like what's the vibe?
Can I have an insight check?
Vibe
course.
check the fucking pot.
I'm vibe checking the egg, yes. 18.
You would describe it as kind of nature-based and probably somewhat they're somewhat focused on like growth and stability.
Okay. So
Very, very general way to put that, Patmore.
yeah. So initially, tentatively, the god passes the vibe check of not being Tehotl, the spider god of flayed death. But
Could I have a intelligence check, Cat?
of course,
Brain power.
brain
blast.
average,
Don't worry about
average
it.
brain.
I
She's
have
got
the power of an average brain.
she's got a headache. I already rolled it. I'm not gonna use the inspiration. But she had to think about religion, and that's not usually something she does, so it's kind of muddled.
So, anything anyone wants to do before we long rest?
Mm,
No.
No.
nah.
Okay, everyone may long rest.
Thank God.
Which one, Murder?
Me.
Tehotl.
Mark is not one of my gods.
He's one of my gods.
As a side note, it's nowhere near done, but a new handout I'm working on is the sister handout to the god list, which is the entity list. Things that are kind of like gods, but aren't really. Okay. Mark, could I have a wisdom and charisma save?
Oh, both.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, I need to roll a Fergus save.
Fergus
Can he take his medication?
Well, he does. It just helps him on the save.
Yeah, but
There's
it means he
advantage.
can't cast any of his spells.
He should
Or-
take his meds.
Yeah, and he probably would have if he didn't, find out the thing was in the city right now.
Uh,
It's fine. That's the exact AC.
Jesus Christ, Fergus.
He
I'm not
keeps
doing well on my end.
he keeps rolling the exact
But,
AC even though he needs a 12.
Murder.
I'm not doing great.
Yeah,
Uh,
both of those are not things that are great.
So, just
Have
a
fun in your missions.
living arrangement question: is everyone just like sleeping on someone's floor and sofa?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a one-bedroom apartment?
No, I think it's like probably like 4 rooms or something. Like a living room, a kitchen, a bedroom, and a bathroom.
Yeah. Probably sleeping on someone's couch.
I'll take the floor. Let one
No,
of my
it's
guests
your house.
have the
You-
bed.
No,
I
so
think
you
I'm a
don't
somebody
good
was-
host. I'm a good host.
I think somebody broke someone's bed, and I think it might have been
No,
Carl.
it wasn't.
No, it
Carl
didn't
didn't break it.
It did survive.
I dusted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Disguised himself.
hey Murdo, how you doing?
Bad, probably. Hit me.
So do you remember that really nice, mind palace you had that was kind of like the stonework labyrinth full of doors?
Uh-huh.
It's a lot more verdant than you remember it being.
It's a lot more what?
Verdant.
Green.
Yeah, like nature field.
Fuck my life. Okay.
Could I have a D100? Well, I described this, but you find there's it's a little bit, I guess, more organized than it used to be. Is there anything in particular that Mark would be dreaming of or thinking about that night?
like thinking of before he went to sleep, probably just thinking and hoping he'd actually get directions on what to do with the pot. Dreaming
Okay.
of him not. Actually, I'll DM you.
Okay. I will say, Matter, as you are going through your mind palace, you find the exact information you require in how to open the pot.
Wait, open?
Yeah,
the
you know
pot?
how to open it now. That information is in your mind. Not the instructions to open it, but the instructions how to open it.
Okay.
Did we just... Sorry, I was just reading a DM. And I'm gonna read a third DM. Cool. So Matter, that's the only other I think you get for the wisdom save is you're kind of shown like different moon phases. Based on your understanding of the current date, you think that your next instruction is going to be about either 2 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, 10 weeks from now. You know, it is on a certain moon phase. You just don't know which time it's on that moon phase.
Ballpark is 2 to 10 weeks. Okay.
No. It's any interval of a full moon phase. So that's either
Okay.
2 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, 10 weeks from now, 14 weeks from now, etc. Mate,
Cool.
I think
it
the
could,
moon is a waxing gibbous.
yeah, it could be a year from now, Matter. As far as you know, you just know that's the next time you're going to be asked to do something.
Well, I didn't really roll good on that, so that's fair.
Well, remember, if you roll high on the wisdom save, you block out their communications. So
No, it's just the charisma save that's new.
yeah, the Christmas save's new. We'll cover that in a moment. So I'm just going to double check that. Okay. So what's everyone doing in the morning?
Waking up, hopefully.
And I'm not
Saying
asking
hi
you,
to the
Matter.
egg.
Fuck.
I'll make some breakfast.
Say
Okay.
hi to
Fuck.
the egg. Make some eggs that aren't like hide the eggs from the egg. Just so
It's an urn.
Yeah,
no,
but she likes
it's an
calling
egg
it
in my
egg.
heart. Brings
So
me joy.
everyone, when you wake up, you'll notice an absence of Mark.
Motherfucker.
Oh, no
Angel,
wonder it was
before you
peaceful.
Before you fucking say anything, Angel, that wasn't me telling Patmore, hey, I want to sneak off in the middle of the night.
That's
and
not
go,
what I get you, but that's not what Nyx would think.
God damn it.
She just rubs her forehead.
I will
like
say,
this.
the only indication of him not being here, other than him not being here, is like a smoky silhouette of Mark on the floor.
He teleported. He could do that the whole
You
time.
know, I assumed we didn't need to keep watches in the city. I think we should change that following tonight.
I agree. Okay. I guess I'm gonna detect magic and see if I can sniff out Mark tracks or see what the Mark nuclear silhouette is giving me.
I need to double check because this entire spell school is not. The spell school that this is in is not the spell school I always remember it being in because I put in a really weird one.
Yeah, sometimes they're counterintuitive.
I
I
want to
think he's
say.
back in the well.
I want to say it's conjuration because that's what most teleports are, but some are also evocation. So it's a combination of conjuration and evocation.
So it's a teleport. Okay.
Yeah, he was teleported or banished, or plane shifted, or whatever. I will say on the matter of someone's floor, the floor has been permanently darkened by this, so you might need a carpet or a sandpaper.
You could say it's been marked.
I
Bring
don't
out my
appreciate that
spells
one.
because I get to pick them now. Like
Cat, I really don't appreciate that one.
I'll get a carpet for it, and I enjoyed your joke.
It was a good joke. It was a very good joke. It's good. It's much better than the last one.
What's the last one?
It was the pun she made in the library where
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that was awful, and then she felt bad, so she's like, it was alright.
She's learning.
I'm trying to look at my spells. Okay, we have to go find Mark. But then we have to leave this thing alone.
Mm.
Fuck!
Oh,
I could say watch. I guess.
how long would it take me to eat my new spell?
1 hour, 1 hour per spell level.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a side note, Murder, you're alive, if that helps.
There, yeah, progress.
Progress?
Where do I wake up?
What?
You have
Yeah,
you
we
have
said
dark
you're
vision,
alive.
right?
You're not-
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm concerned that I need it apparently, but I do have dark vision.
You wake up and you're in what you assume is a basement or subterraneous temple.
Mark just kind of looks around for a second like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I would describe the amount of plant life here comparable to your mind palace, or I would also describe it as it's positively verdant here.
Kind of like looks around for like signs of literally anything other than plants.
The only thing you notice is a plant's moving.
Okay, I guess I'm dealing with that.
Not aggressively, just
Oh.
in general.
Little rainforest moment.
Like
Is there
you
any, like-
see the vines just snaking across the ground, not towards you, just around the room.
I'm just gonna like, he's gonna call out like, hello? Why'd you bring me here?
You see all the plant life kind of turn and face your direction.
Piss off.
Roll a charisma check.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the
13.
vines just kind of turn away from you.
Like, okay.
Is there any like landmark here that I could walk towards?
Like you're on a temple. There are there are stairways that go up. There are like doors around you.
I'll start like checking the doors around me.
Okay. Going through some of them, you have enough. You've kind of got like a bedroom or a storage closet in there. There's no like anything in here is kind of like in nondescript, like pots and like vials and stuff. So there isn't a lot of like modern day brandage.
Again, like to the void, Marcus is gonna call out, this wasn't part of the deal at any point.
Roll a charisma save for me.
A save, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't roll great. That's
No.
a 9.
The plant life as you step on the ground, like the vines or the moss will retract away from your steps so that you don't interact with it.
And that's it? Or
Yeah, that's it for now. So you've looked at most of the rooms. So there's a lot more. Like you can keep looking at different rooms, or you can go upstairs, or you can start eating
Yeah,
plants.
no. If they're just bedrooms and storage, I'll go up the stairs.
Going upstairs, you find you're in like a large room with giant like pillars that are covered in vines, kind of holding up the ceiling. And kind of actually, before I tell you the centerpiece, could I have another charisma save?
I guess.
Cool.
17.
As you start looking at the centerpiece, Mudder, you disappear again. You find yourself 30 feet up above the street outside someone's house.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
I'll just crash into the pavement, I guess.
Here is your damage. You take 13. Everyone, as you guys are talking about, like, going to look for Mark, Carl, you see past the rest of the party, through the window, you just see Mark land on the pavement.
Screaming, fuck you!
Guys, I think Mark took a leap off the building.
What?
Mark's suicidal?
He points out the window.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like it's not out of the
What?
question, but I didn't think anything had
I,
set him off recently.
no one should take this the wrong way, but Mark is too fundamentally selfish to commit suicide.
Not a lot of ways to take that, but Mark isn't in the room. There's really only one way to take that.
Let's go check on Mark. Callisto's gonna run outside and check on Mark.
He's alive, he just sounds really angry.
So normal.
He
Yeah.
kind of stands up, dusts himself off.
If I try to heal you, are you going to hurt me?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to heal you.
You need a hug, buddy?
I need to renegotiate some terms.
Why did my cure wounds disappear? Oh, there it is. It's like, why is my cure wounds not on my sheet?
I have no idea.
It's there, but the way you organized my sheet is
The way
That's
I
fine.
organized your sheet?
yeah. When
did
you
you
organize my
alphabetize those?
spells, you put all of my circle spells at the top.
Yep.
I'm used to them all being alphabetized.
That they are alphabetized except for except for the circle ones. Mark, you're back at full health.
Yeah. That's good.
So, what happened? If you don't mind us asking, or me asking.
Next, all of our conversations are either me not really knowing what happened or something being too personal for me to talk about. This is me not knowing what happened.
Oh, well, you got teleported out.
Yeah, I
I'm-
ended up in a bushy ruin, and as I was,
Describe it?
it was a temple with a lot of vegetation in it.
What kind of vegetation?
Vines, moss.
Growth based.
Be a little bit. I know this sounds nitpicky, but nature kind of is my thing.
It seemed subterranean. Like everything there didn't really need a lot of light.
Like
All-
like where you picked up your little bracelet, or different?
Wristband. But yes, it was similar.
I love that.
That's the line you draw. This is an incredibly manly bracer. Excuse me.
Did you honestly expect anything else?
Ooh, okay, it's fine. It's great.
Mark is the most ass backwards comedic relief of any campaign.
Wristband.
Yes, it was. It seemed. It was less just a location with one site on it and more like a full structure that the vegetation invaded. But it was generally similar in architecture and, again, the vegetation that was in there.
Okay. So you got reverse summoned by your favor granter?
I guess
I
Didn't
guess I'm
know they could do
confused.
that.
Is the manly bracer related to the favor giver?
it was part of a test. Whether it's a mark of what am I looking for here? Whether it's a mark of membership and directly associated with him, I don't know. It's an old artifact that was created to be a weapon Callista knows more about it than I do. But we were all there for the explanation. I don't know where they cross over. The bracelet, wristband, and mine and that stinky druid's mutual friend.
Okay.
He's using Nyx's terms. Patmore, I see you fucking.
He did stink. Thank you for acknowledging that. That means
Yeah.
a lot.
Would Nix
I'm
and I
trying
be
to-
able to roll like identification secondhand from like Mark's the flowers had blue petals and white stems and
You
Yeah,
guys
that was
can.
kind of where I was
okay,
going.
Mark, roll nature, and then based on your nature check, they can roll nature.
Ah, cool.
oh I was gonna
great.
make Nix do the nature and I was gonna roll like history on the temple or something because I'm
11.
shit at nature.
Kat, there is nothing in the written history that would be regarding this temple, so there is no history check.
Fantastic. I guess I will also roll nature then.
Cool.
8.
23.
The vines he's describing are not dissimilar to the one that you took out of Mark a long time ago.
And the ones that were growing in his headspace.
Like the one that I dragged out of.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So this has been a long time coming.
Okay, so now we have a problem because those vines sound like what I dragged out of you with your. It was rooted in your lungs,
The tapeworm.
which is weird because most plants don't do that naturally. And you have this druid who's been fucking around with you, so it's a little weird. It's a little sus.
Yes, it is. Okay. Freaky druid. Vine motif. Pretty much everywhere. Pot with religious iconography relating to a god or goddess of growth. We dug up a pot, something to do with your god, and I'm not sure what's in there anymore.
If this is a god or a goddess of growth, and it seems like it's related to plants, is this something that I could possibly know about?
You can roll a history check or a religion check.
Could I also do that just to see if, like, 1 in 1,000 chance Marx puts like 2 pieces together at this point?
Sure.
I'm increasing my intelligence. Fuck this.
Trust me, it doesn't goddamn help. Rolled
That's
an
probably
8 on that
still
nature
enough.
check with a 5 in intelligence.
You know, I feel that you guys are getting a bit frustrated with DCs. I can
Yes.
relate.
No, I'm getting yeah, well, yes. Getting frustrated with my magic rocks that are not allowing me to do things that I'm good at.
And Murder,
Earl,
you
I
don't
feel you.
really know. Like
Like
there
nothing?
there are a few different things that come to mind, but nothing that you could really narrow it down to a specific.
Fuck me, man.
Okay.
If you were given a very ancient library, you could maybe research it in. Maybe in a settlement that's been around for hundreds of years, you could maybe, as long as you came
I'm
across
not
one
reading
of those.
books. I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm kidding.
Well, so my thought with it seems like it's nature related so far, based on the information. Unless I have missed something, it seems like it's nature related. So focusing on that and the growth part of it might be the way to go.
Look, gang, I appreciate it, but it's really not the #1 priority right now.
I mean, it kind of is. You just disappeared out of thin air and then reappeared up there and fell
It
to the ground.
happens.
Does it? It doesn't really happen
Happened
very
to
often.
Carl a few times.
That's completely different, and we all know that. Carl is just I'm convinced he's just an otherworldly being, kind of like Faye, but from a realm of chaos.
Maybe he rubbed off on me a little bit, and now I'm being.
I would hope
Abduct.
not. That's a boundary.
Oops, sorry, buddy.
I don't think so. This is different, and you know it.
I really, I can't, like, express this enough. I really don't know. I honestly and truly.
Okay,
just don't-
how about this? Do you want our help with this?
Best I can.
No, it's a yes or no question.
Could
Do
We're
you
gonna
want our help?
I don't think there's anything to help, so no.
All right. She walks away again. She just goes back inside.
Someone's in a
Okay.
mood.
Oh, that's okay, Mark. You put people in moods. I'm not going to lie. It's just a passive thing you do.
Mark didn't like check his pockets to see if the money's still there.
Roll a
Um,
D100.
Oh, please no.
Your vine god robbed you.
Like, for the love of God, no. Yep.
Yes. Greedy bastard. Yes.
So, Murder, when you're laying down the temple, you think 2 of the coins may have fallen out of your pocket.
So I
Okay.
have 18 left.
You have 18 platinum and you've left 2 platinum in an ancient temple somewhere. You've started someone else's treasure hoard.
I'm kicking that thing's fucking ass, I swear to God.
Oh, vine god, please take those as an offering to not eat more of Mark's arm. Thanks. Bye.
Vine God is gonna get the business when I find him.
So
Alright,
anyway,
well-
what's the plan?
Just to make another flow
Honestly,
chart.
I don't even know what we're doing here anymore.
Yeah,
Uh,
we've lost the plot because Mark got teleported. Let's reassemble. We've got an egg. Mark wants to go start the thing at the Colosseum.
What thing at the Colosseum?
In character, Mark would explain, okay, I have an idea that can tide Fergus over a little bit until you people figure out what's wrong with him and fix it.
We know what's wrong with him.
Fixing it is not
Well, like,
ideal.
you're halfway there, and I just indicated that
To
I'm
put
not
it-
part.
To be very clear, my fix for it is an archdruid level of power.
Like,
So,
do you know
I don't
anyone
know
like
what-
that?
Yes, I know several. But they're hundreds of thousands, well, not hundreds of thousands, thousands of miles away right now. In many directions. But yes, I do know of many archdruids.
I
Okay. You
Don't
wanted to
trust-
travel anyway,
I did, actually. I
so we'll just
honestly-
go get them.
didn't think you were paying attention, so I'm impressed.
I came in at the tail end of that, but I retain information.
purely against his will. I mean,
Callista, any, like, different magic solutions?
again, I'm not gonna lie, I don't super trust a lot of other wizards. But we'd need someone very skilled and very expensive to fix him. And I am neither skilled nor expensive enough to fix him currently. So
Right.
So what is your plan?
We'll get to that. But first, I have a question.
Mhm.
For you. For the units.
Oh.
Any of these locations that you have to go to, are they rock aligned?
What?
Do
They're
they
rock-
have rock powers? Do they have rock magic?
You're a fire. Do they have rock flavor?
I want you to know she's doing this too.
Straight face. I got this. I just keep a straight
Okay.
face.
So, I don't know if it's the right way to explain it, but we have druids that focus on manipulation of the Earth.
Those guys.
Yes, they're across the desert, is my understanding.
If we're gonna travel anywhere, I'd vote we go there first because
Okay. Why?
But- to fix
Fergus.
Fergus.
I mean, they would have the best idea of how to fix the Rockman being rock flavored.
Are we taking you with
themselves.
us?
Well, ideally, in a perfect world.
Does he
There's-
know about this?
He's gonna find out.
He's gonna find out when we lead him out of town at gunpoint.
Okay,
Okay.
I will repost. Well, I'll post the current newest version of the continent map. It's not quite done. I'm still working on it, but here's the map. Roughly speaking, it's about 1,000 kilometers to the Earth place across the deserted frontier.
Okay, and that's great. I'm
1,000
just saying,
kilometers. Hold on, I gotta translate.
That is a very large desert.
that's a big desert.
400
It's not that
miles or
bad.
something.
To 621.
Oh yeah, 600. That's like driving to Philly. It's fine.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
except
translate
it's
well.
across a desert.
Yes, but I can. I
Yeah,
have.
it's just like New Jersey.
I have abilities and spells that can make that a bit easier.
Technically, you could also take an ocean, like a ocean river pass by going.
Oh,
in
you
between-
added a.
Oh.
You
Go on.
added an actual river. Well,
That river was already there.
You added a quagmire.
The Quagmire was already there, it just wasn't named.
Ah,
So yeah, so you could technically go between the desert and the Quagmire and get there. It would cut down the time a bit because boats are faster than
Uh,
foot.
and I'd explain that. Like, yes, there. We don't have to go across the desert. I think it'd be interesting.
So, like, first of all, Mark would like usher people into Selwyn's house because he doesn't want to explain this in the street.
yeah.
But to like lay everything down, I've figured out a nice little idea that's gonna help all of us do what we want in the long run.
Which is.
I'm currently working with a few people to set up a series of businesses that's going to help us have a bit of passive income and a bit of good PR. Because we need it. Because most of you are not popular.
Mark.
I'm glad you're so self-aware.
Mostly. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even fucking catch. Mark just takes over.
Possessed.
Yeah, I don't. All of us are looking at you like.
It's like, yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
I'm not welcome in Chillpod, and Carl's wanted in Terraborn.
Yeah, have you considered the fact that we're not popular is because we actively try to not be popular? Like maybe there's warrants out for people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly pleasant to be around.
The idea, like, just kind of interrupts everybody. I've already set up a deal with a distributor in this city. We're ideally going to start selling our product from the brewery here, as well as primarily the Coliseum once we're a little more established there.
Wait, I mean, I don't have a. Wait, we're selling
Yeah.
our stuff at the Coliseum?
Coliseum, every tavern that wants to buy from the Merchants Guilds we're partnered with, everywhere where we can sell it, we do. Any other questions? Like, that's phase one.
Phase
How
one
long
seems
is
wonderful.
this phase going to take? How long are all of the phases going to take?
It's probably a multi-year project, but I don't have to be here for it. It's just a lot of waiting.
But do we have to wait here?
No,
No,
I
we
just
would
said I
travel.
don't have to be here for it.
Could
I
we
will
be
need
in
a.
Arcadia for a moment.
The whole point of this is that we can go whatever the fuck we want.
Okay, I'm good with it then.
Because Callista is a walking phone. I just need a single trusted representative in this city, and then we can move on.
If only you knew someone in the city you liked.
Fuck off.
like
Maybe
people?
potentially someone who had the ability to send in you if there was an emergency.
Fuck off, Patmore. In character, he's already thinking of Setsuko. Don't rub it in, dickhead.
Murder's already mad about it. It's fine.
I was now on my way to the arena to give them money because that's where the Fergus pile comes in. Because I'll do a few show fights and he's gonna. And after I win them against like magical beasts, Fergus is gonna suck the life out of them in the basement of the arena.
Make more Fergus points.
Is
Fill
that
up
how that works? I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
To an extent, it is.
It's a stopgap. He's still hemorrhaging. That would just be a transfusion.
Yeah, it's filling a leaky bucket, but it does buy him more time for us to work with.
Did he
It's
ever
something-
tell us exactly what his ancestor was?
Nope.
He's not 100% sure. He knows probably something in the Genasi sort of like spectrum, but it might not be that. It's worth noting he was an
Heard
orphan.
of anything like this before?
Roll a history check.
Ow, you asshole! Get up!
My apologies.
Not you. The cat just jumped on my foot.
Well, what did your
Oh.
foot do?
I don't know. Stop it. Yes.
With a D100, sorry, with a natural 20, you are 100% sure that he is unique. Things like him.
That's not what I'm asking about, really.
Well, no.
though.
You were wondering if you've heard of anything like him before, and the answer is no, because a Genasi should not be able to have produced a Fergus. Genasi can't really breed back into humans.
But I think my original question was, I think my thought process
feel free
is
to
going
expand.
towards what could possibly cause this combination, and have
So-
I heard of anything similar before?
He's not dissimilar to what a sorcerer would be. You know, he's a humanoid. He has an ancestor that is of a non he's a non-human. You know, like you get dragon bloodline sorcerers because they have a draconic ancestor or a ancestor that was gifted power by a dragon. Same with most sorcerer things. The difference is while he has the magic within him, his body doesn't have a natural way of replenishing that like a spellcaster would over a long rest, or the ability to kind of like harness it correctly, which is why he's not a spellcaster per se. He doesn't get spell slots. He doesn't get the ability to learn more spells and stuff like that, because any magic he does is kind of more primal. So
It would be more like a weird druid than a sorcerer.
so the
right?
reason I use sorcerer as an example is sorcerers are people who have their own kind of self-generated magic, which Fergus kind of does. Like he casts through his life force. So he's definitely vaguely a bit of a sorcerer, but you think while there's probably Genasi in there, you think the other half of that probably wasn't human.
And
Oh, the fact he
there's
looks
never
human.
been anything even remotely like him before.
No. Like you don't think it's that you've never heard of it. You just don't think that exist, or if they do exist, they generally don't live long enough to be kind of like the they don't generally live long enough for the powers that kind of are identifiable to him to kind of manifest, because he didn't, he wasn't born with the amount of power, with the powers he had. That was they only kind of came in much later in life. Like that, while it was there, it was dormant when he was born. So, like, if you talk to the Earth druids at the on the other side of the desert, you might get more information, because maybe that they've heard of it, because maybe it's something that a weird thing that can happen with Earth Genasi, but you're fairly sure it's not a common occurrence, or even a noted occurrence.
Okay.
And Cat, as an aside, technically Genasi is half human.
Yeah, so he's half human on his Genasi parents' side.
Potentially.
That just bred true.
Well, genetics are weird. It's a whole flower
think-
thing.
I think she wants to talk to him more in depth about this because she would
Well,
like to understand
he
it better.
he will meet you guys later in the day, or Mark could snitch about where he lives.
Stop it.
I'm gonna make a
That
Fergus
hurts. Stop
Punnett
it.
square.
Cat is being an asshole today.
It's
y-
true.
No, Cat, you're okay. Andrew, don't be mean to the cat.
I said the cat.
Yeah, she's a cat.
No, that's. Wait, where'd you go? This is the cat.
Well, look, the only other cat outside of Cat would be Smudge. Every other cat is just
I
a
would-
cat.
Look at this asshole.
Oh, so cute.
Hmm.
He's about done with this.
He's
doesn't like
definitely a
being
plus
held.
one cat. So anyway, you guys can wait for Fergus to show up, or Mark could be a dirty snitch, a rat.
Wanted to go to the arena.
You can go to the arena. You don't have to wait for Fergus.
Yeah, we can go to the arena. Did Fergus give you a time?
No.
No, Fergus just shows up whenever.
Okay.
It might surprise you, but he has a lot of unresolved work he has to do because he's been out of town for a little while.
Yeah, let's go to the arena. I'll leave a note on the door that is written exactly like my sendings.
Can you write that note out for me?
Absolutely.
Murder, saying that everyone's going to the Colosseum, could I have a D100 to see if there's a chance that you run into your best
Hey,
friend?
guys, could we take a detour to a blacksmith right quick? Just want to check some things right quick, and yeah.
Or
Sure.
Which blacksmith do you want to go to, Carl?
Johan.
The one from yesterday. Yes,
Okay.
Johan.
Okay.
Just gonna peek through the window. Make sure that he's still kicking.
You see a dwarf. You're not entirely dwarf face blind, but you are a little bit. You're fairly sure it's the same dwarf.
Oh, good.
He's
Any
currently
signs
Okay.
of like struggle in there? Or...
well, he's currently yelling at an elf.
They deserve it.
Yeah, fuck elves, am I right?
am I right, fellas?
My
My fellow men.
through the wall, you hear the term "knife ears" being thrown around.
No, that's racist. I don't like that as much.
If
you
it
draw
helps,
the line at like overt racism towards elves.
if it helps, the word he said before that was "puncy."
Okay.
All right, fucking argue ethics with the dwarf later.
We're good. Carry
Cool.
on.
Murder, as you're going, as an additional location has been added to your journey, roll on your D100.
Please, God.
So, yeah, you're fine. You'll arrive at the Colosseum. You're kind of here early enough that there's not a lot being done, but there will be stuff done later in the day. But I assume you just want to talk to management.
Yeah, the game master.
We'll use the
Mark,
term
do you want
management.
a little help with the charisma side of things?
Are you calling me ugly?
No, we're calling you an ass.
She does this. No, I was offering you spell aid.
Nick centers herself. uh,
You still there,
on me
Meta?
or
Oh,
him?
there you are.
Yeah, she
Then-
was offering basically enhanceability.
Sure.
I like to think in universe enhanceability on his charisma is just you straightening his collar.
Yeah,
Straighten
that's
his
you know what?
collar.
We're gonna go with that as like how she, because it's a touch spell,
Yeah.
so she has to touch him.
Smooth down a couple flyaway hairs.
Yeah. Taking some lint off his shoulder.
Yeah.
Wiping off the blood. That's how you say.
Put on your
Okay.
game face. Let's
Callista,
go.
can you like prestidigitate him to
You just gestured to all of him.
I will note, if it helps, because of where Mark's been today, he has a very piney smell.
That's good.
He smells
It's
fresh.
a
Like
you do smell pleasantly fresh. That is good.
okay, yeah. I'll shine him up.
I
So
wish my fucking webcam wasn't being an asshole right now. Like now specifically.
Don't worry, I think we know exactly what face you're making and what finger you might be holding up.
So Mark, you're spiffed up.
Yep.
Would you like to talk to the manager here?
Yep.
You do have advantage on all charisma checks, so there you go.
They would they don't get a lot of people coming in here, so they would happily have a conversation with you.
Like
They'd offer you some
Good.
tea.
no thanks. There's no need to put a fresh pot. I won't be staying that long.
No. Okay.
He's a little lonely.
Well, it's
Okay.
not often he gets someone who's so spiffy come into his office.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Such beautiful eyes.
Yeah. Marvelous
lovely
legs.
legs.
If
Yeah.
only he saw the calves, yeah.
Mark, strip.
This is
Hey,
it for the business deal.
If we need more money, we know that there is a way.
Holy fuck.
Okay, so Murder, what are you doing?
Look, I see an opportunity for both of us to benefit greatly, and I came to sort of invest in your business.
I'm listening.
He's gonna take out the purse with the 18 platinum coin.
Yep.
He's gonna reach in, gonna put 5 of them on the table.
He would look at the money and wait.
This is a down payment on an arrangement that would have me fighting whatever dangerous beast you'd find in the woods and smuggle into the city. Okay?
So you
Follow
want
me
to
so
pay
far?
us to fight things?
Yes, because I know you don't necessarily capture that many live beasts, so I want to pay you for the inconvenience.
Okay. Is this like a training thing?
It's a little bit more complicated than that. Winning the fight, I'd like basically ownership of what I just beat.
What if
Because
it
I would like.
wins?
I die.
Oh. Okay. Carry on.
I feel like that's what happens when there's a wild and magical animal in there with me.
Well, Normally, I guess, yeah.
So, provided I win, I want ownership to do with. I want like a transfer of property between the Coliseum, myself, or the Beast, for me to profit off its, parts
Okay, so you're like a big game hunter?
a little bit. The Beast would hopefully be delivered into the what's the word? Bloodworks, like the barracks underneath the Coliseum.
Okay, the pens.
Yeah, the pens, and that's where I do what I need to do with it.
So essentially, you're asking to rent out some private pens down there, and essentially pay us per beast you want brought in.
Yeah, you bring the beast in, I fight it, I then kill it and profit off of its parts.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
How soon can you start?
What beast do you want?
Patmore, can I just roll a flat intelligence check to know what's the biggest juice box beast?
You can roll a nature check.
Same thing, but thanks. 7.
Probably some like land drakes.
It's gonna be
Yeah, like
fucking-
forest drakes, and stuff like that, mountain drakes.
I know, but that's because that's a 7. That's gonna be such a shitty return value on it. It's like 2 hours for Fergus. Let's start with some land drakes then. Forest, mountain, whatever you can get. Whatever is the most convenient for you.
When do you want it in?
Again, as quickly as possible.
Well, if you're willing to kind of wait a few days, we'll charge you a few dozen gold for it. If you want it immediately, we'll just take what's on the table and we'll get it here by this afternoon.
Sure. And I like pushed a coin towards him.
Okay. So looks out the window towards the clock tower. If you want to, it'll be here by 4.
Got it. And I take out one of my business cards that I've only been using,
Yep.
put it on the table. I'm also establishing a business on the side if you need some higher quality refreshments for people watching.
Yeah, no, if you could bring that in as soon as possible, we'll take a look at it.
Do you want the sample or should I order it?
A
start ordering
sample
it
first,
today?
just in case it's
Shit.
unpalatable.
And I like smile at him, like circle at him.
Roll a charisma check, matter.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, you have advantage.
Yeah, but my luck is terrible when I'm actually negotiating with people, no matter how well I do it. Just flat charisma?
You can make persuasion.
Sorry, I was just looking because I thought we made like a skill for like just getting people to like you, but it's not there.
In your case, that'd be
Because I
deception.
think
It's called
18.
role playing.
Murder.
Friends and influence NPCs.
Yeah. They're more or less open to a lot of the things you're talking about. Anything else?
I think that's it. I need to start making a list in my head, like an actual list, because I do a lot.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think that's all I want from this guy.
Cool. He will make you aware, that there are like kind of regular matches in between people and beasts and stuff, and if you want to be like a registered gladiator, you can be.
How about I just sign up now to avoid any potential legal trouble?
He'll look at all your silent friends and ask if they want to sign up as gladiators as well.
Over here?
Yes.
Oh.
Either in the room with me or like in the waiting room? Because we all kind of walked in here.
Yeah. Like, can I kill things with magic? That doesn't seem like the point, and I don't really
you
hit
can.
things. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Are there
Yeah,
any
fuck
bad
it.
magics?
like you can't destroy the Colosseum.
Well,
So
of
like
course
don't
not.
earthquake or
Mm,
I mean, she's a wizard. I'm a druid. That's why I'm asking.
I
It's different magic.
I try not to use too much necromancy, I guess.
I mean, sure.
Person.
Like try not to do anything that would like hurt people in, in the stands. So try to, I guess, avoid giant fields of toxic gases that the wind will blow into the crowd.
Doable.
All right.
And
Very-
while it's
very
not
doable.
not allowed, it's definitely unadvised. Try not to do too many like darknesses or fog clouds or whatever people are here for a show.
Yeah.
What
Fair
if
enough, fair enough.
she describes the mess she makes when she does erupting. How do you feel about that?
Well, as long as you agree to fix it afterwards.
Difficult.
Sure.
Supplies.
If you can fix it with magic, that would be nice. If you can't, we have shovels.
All
I
right.
will say, all Mark will say about that is like he just makes a gesture like your call, like entirely. He doesn't control you guys yet.
Like, essentially, that there's like a small form to fill in. You don't have to write any real name. You just need like a stage name.
Oh fuck,
Stage
really? Give me
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, no, okay, the whole transaction was like easy, but the stage name's gonna need at least 10 minutes. Like, we gotta make this good.
I write down Brian.
Got him.
Okay. So, everyone, once you've announced your stage name, write as a note on your sheet so we don't forget.
I have to think about this because I definitely want fire to be in there somewhere.
For avoiding copyright issues, you could be Firestar.
Terrible.
Or the Torch Human. Hey, Murder, you could be Verdant.
Verdant.
Verdant. You're very green.
He is not.
He's
Green
a,
around
he's
the
a ranger. All
gills.
his magic is. It's all vines and shit.
I feel like that's not true for Mark.
Most of his his ranger spells are like mostly plant and stuff because that's well, that's how the ranger spell list works. Like there isn't a lot of like, I guess it's like jump and stuff, which are like transmutation spells, but most of like the ranger spells are like, Hail of Thorns, Entangling Strike, Speak of Animals, Spike Growth, Concord of Arrows.
I kind of want to call myself the Mercurial Claw because I think that sounds badass.
Okay. Get ready for no one in the audience to know what the word mercurial is.
Oh yeah, that guy. What's his name? Me.
Mercy Claw, yay!
Yeah. Mercury Claw.
Mark Claw!
Mark the
one
Claw.
fucking Fergus gets in there, leaks his real name. It's even
Yes.
more confusion.
Like one guy in the stands hears your name and it's like, oh shit, that's the fake name I've been putting all my cart tickets to.
Yeah, no, you should use your real name just to scare him.
Just get the word.
You could be Dubious Mark.
Oh, fuck off.
So, Kara, what are you thinking about your secret name?
Something with Gendril on it.
You
Other
could
than that, I
just
haven't
be,
put it
you
down.
could be Gendril's hammer.
Are we naming ourselves after our weapons? Because I'm not going to be Staff of Power.
You could be the powerful staff though.
I'm thinking
Grimoire
about
Infinitu.
the sort of stage name of the Phoenix or something like that. It's because of all the
Works.
fire. And
Pretty
my
good.
little,
It's better than like flame pigeon.
yeah,
Fire
which is
dagger.
what I have. Not that we don't love Torley and her sparrowness, but she's supposed to be a sparrow.
She's a flaming chicken nugget.
Flaming chicken nugget, yeah.
You could be the chicken
Okay.
nugget.
No. I need to take this seriously. You didn't see the face I just made, but
Or
Alright,
did we?
we're back. I hope not. Because you just watched me floss my teeth. So, which would be a little awkward.
Yeah, you know, some people are into that. Yeah, dental care, you know, it's, you know, really, it's it's the only true good in this world. Anyway, so, we are getting to the end of the session. So if you guys don't have an answer for it, you guys can sit on it for a bit. I think the one thing we kind of want to get a vague idea of before we we wind up the session is just a rough short-term and long-term plan, or at least a goals list, just so that next time we get to like a crossroads, we can pull out the list and be like, cool, this is what this is what we need to do. So I think what I'm going to do, and Kat, I'm going to give you more paperwork here. I'm going to add a new handout, and I'll
yay.
call it party goals, and people can post their goals that they have actively discussed with the party, and you can add it to the list, and then you guys can work out what order you want them to be done in.
Like, I feel like I shouldn't just because I've done a lot. So I'm just going to take a step back and let other people figure
I
shit
need
out.
them to be on the list. Like we can address them in whatever order feels necessary, but I do want everything on the list because that's how things get forgotten. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so Kat, the handout is there right below party loot.
Yay.
So yeah, essentially, if we could just put a few things on that list, and then once like the list is built, we can then weight things essentially with what is like time sensitive and what isn't, and that way you guys can kind of roughly work out your next few months in game.
So do we tell Kat or do we just write in it?
No. So tell Kat or post it in the chat. Only one person can edit it at a time. Otherwise, it's not going to save anyone else's work. So
That's fair.
Kat is she's your typist right now.
I was about to make a joke about tipping you appropriately, but that doesn't make sense for typists.
Well,
Good
it
Christmas
depends.
bonus.
Due to the time difference in how long it takes us to do things in universe, we're about 5 months from the equivalent of what Christmas would be in campaign.
Petmore.
Yeah.
Stop being a pedant.
Oh, okay.
It's terminal. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Speaking of pedants.
Of holiday Christmas stuff, there is a chance I won't be able to make it for next Thursday.
Well, so I'll get the calendar up now.
Okay.
So for Star Wars, just as an aside, Emmy, you said you can't make it to the next Star Wars, which is the 19th for you, the 20th for me.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit angry about that one, but yeah, I won't be able to make it.
That's all right. But you should be able to make it on the 2nd.
Yeah, that should be fine.
And talking about D&D now. So D&D for me, calendar-wise, is the 23rd, the 30th, and the 6th. For you guys, it would be the 24th. No, going the wrong way. It'd be the 22nd, the 29th, and the 5th. Aside from Emmy having problem on the 22nd.
It's a chance. I'll let you know a bit closer. It just it was supposed to be a Christmas party, but got all rearranged to be an expensive place, and I don't know if I have the money for that. So we'll see if I end up going to it or not.
Yep. But does anyone else have any conflicts that they can divine coming up?
No.
Nope.
I have no life, so.
Mood.
Um,
Does not look like
Kat,
it.
what city were you visiting recently, Kat?
New York.
And so
It-
you have no life?
That was the life that I have had contained in 2 days for the last 6 months.
Yeah, and in a week I'll let you complain about no life again, but you're
And
still
I
within
walked 10 miles a day.
You shouldn't do that.
I agree.
Okay, so
I'm like super good. I've handled things for the next little while.
So I will say, just as a question to your plan, Moto, if you're taking Fergus to the Sand Druids, the Earth Druids, Rock Druids, whatever you want to call them, what is your plan to feed him in that duration? Because you obviously can't have him eating at the arena at night while traveling with you on the desert during the day.
Well, no, I was hoping for him to stock up a little bit to get back to his like 3 months that he had before,
Yep.
just to tide him over before we get to the druids. And out of character entirely, Mark doesn't know this, but you did say that like a natural theme ley line stabilizes him, like refills him automatically.
Theoretically, yeah.
Like he's. So I was just hoping, like as we're getting there, that he gets like a little something from that.
Yep.
So again, replenish his very limited supply here a little bit, and then move on. That's kind of where I'm at.
I'll note for the
If it-
record, since meeting you guys, he's spent 66 points.
That's not good.
No,
But he spent them. He hasn't. Technically, if we can afford to be a little frugal with him, he should like deteriorate at a much slower rate.
We
Oh,
are
yeah.
always telling him to be frugal.
yeah, and
I
he
know.
would listen if there weren't like fucking eldritch horrors coming out of the paperwork.
Look, I'm not putting this on us. I'm just saying, like as a general, we like Fergus the person and our characters the people, like as a group.
Yeah.
It's on everyone equally, I guess, is what I'm saying.
In theory, just to throw an idea out there for Cat, while you don't have access to Teleportation Circle yet, you can learn the circles ahead of time. So if you become like level 9 while you're around the world, you can then act upon circles that you've learnt up until 9th level play.
Mm-hmm.
So technically same thing with Angel. You get transport via plants at like level 11 or something. So as long as you're making note of trees now, that will help you later.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think I just have to have touched it.
You have to have. I think you have to be aware of a tree that is large, like a large tree, and look at the fucking map. There's large trees fucking everywhere.
I'm making note of all the large
Yeah.
trees.
When
I can finally teleport via plants, we are all over this fucking map, guys.
well,
Like I wait for it eagerly.
like hell, look at the continent map. There's trees everywhere, man.
Yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to being able to just be like, touch a tree. Oh, I'm gonna go to Felonil for reasons.
Hey,
No one would want
Callista
to.
or Cat.
Hey, Mark and/or Murder.
You don't mind if I use you like as a phone a little bit more, right?
I mean, as long as you wait until I don't need any more 3rd level spells for the day, yeah, that's fine. Like, if
Cool.
you tell me in the morning to send ascending, I'm going to tell you to fuck off unless it's an emergency, because we might get killed during the day. But if, like,
Yeah.
you come to me at dinner, sure.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll be mindful.
What if he left his keys here?
I would sending the neighbor and tell them to turn the oven on.
Wow. Okay. This is God. Turn on the show.
As a side note, while you guys are still writing your stuff down, one of my biggest disappointments with spell names in 5e is that there's two druid teleportation spells, Tree Stride and Transport via Plants, and Tree Stride is a much cooler name, and that should be the global teleporting one, but it's a
Agreed.
short range one that it's useful, but it's not like it's a combat spell. And yeah, I've always been like, oh man, you know, the one that no one ever casts is the one with the cool name.
Oh, I used it all the time. We used it. I was like level 14 druid at the time. I was a land druid, and we needed to get a message, and we didn't have a wizard with us, and nobody had sending. So they were like, we need to get from this part, like basically we need to travel about 500 miles. And so I used Tree Stride just over and over again, and I got from the top of the map all the way down in an hour.
I've used it a few different times, mostly as a boss. Cat was once fighting like a ranger bad guy who was just tree striding through the forest and shooting at her from different directions.
Alone.
And I've used it as a ranger. It's a pretty good, like, I can attack you from any direction ranger spell. It's just not as useful as I can be anywhere in the world druid spell. And for a range to get, they have to be like level 17 or higher or something, because it's a 5th level spell. Okay, so I think, just to note with the party goals, I think something that we don't have to do now, but something that we probably want to do in the fullness of time is kind of just weight the different goals. So if anything has a time limit or getting it done earlier is imperative, we can kind of like organize them by importance. The other thing is, I think at the very least you guys will be spending in between 1 to 3 weeks here before heading off, because Murder wants to fully recharge Fergus, or stock him up a bit, and it's going to take a bit of time. So I think during the week, if you guys could DM me things you guys want to try and accomplish during that time, whether it being research or trying to learn new spells or working a profession or, you know, whatever. Or, you know, running away and living in the mountains as a hermit. You know, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, Meta.
Can I just say, no, I'm fucking sorry that I suddenly come out of nowhere and take up like half the session doing capitalism and shit like that. Out of nowhere, I've just had like a bunch of ideas that all interconnect, and I don't mean to like take away from you guys.
It's okay.
How fucking dare you? No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
I was really tired today, so I appreciated someone doing
I noticed
something.
you were quiet. You feeling okay?
I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, hon.
Like last night or in general?
Yeah, it's been a rough sleep week for me, but it's entirely my own fault. So
it's like fair enough. Yeah.
I'm familiar.
Been known.
Murder, how are you familiar with that?
I don't know, maybe because I've entirely eschewed my sleep schedule to hang out with you.
I don't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, obviously we're in the same time zone and both of us sleep at like 11 p.m.
I actually try to go to bed around 10 or 10:30 p.m.
I've got the first type up of party goals in. It's rough. I'm just gonna go in and rip it apart and restructure it and throughout the week, but everyone's are there currently. And I'm not editing, so if anyone wants to go in and change something for theirs, they can.
I just want to say for Emmy, not all of, like from what I understand from Patmore, not all of those like, what are they called? The enemy faction in the Civil War, Loyalists, there we go. Not all of them are liches, so maybe one of them's still human and has like a connection to Terraborn or like a mole, so maybe you could try to find
yeah, I was gonna message that to Pat where I was gonna do some research or look into
I'm sorry.
some shit while I'm here.
No, don't apologize, Murder.
On the same page, murder.
Yeah. You know what they say, fools seldom differ.
That is what people say sometimes.
Yep. I think the other thing you guys might want to look into during the next few weeks is what to do with the giant urn. Whether that's like having Fergus leave it under paid protection or giving it to the king saying, hey, keep this in your hoard and never tell anyone about it, or asking Setsuko to trade you some magic arrows for it, or so, who fucking knows.
Like, ideally, I just kind of wanted to keep it within like a reachable place, because maybe in the time I spent waiting here, I'm told what to do with it. Maybe in a year, I'm told what to do with it.
I will note, because it is containing a demiplane, it can't be put in a bag of holding or a portable hole or anything like that.
Yeah.
I meant like bury it somewhere I could dig it up later.
You could do that.
Far more physical sense.
Yeah, you could bury it under someone's house.
That's kind of like what I meant.
Rip up her floorboards and just dig like a 30-foot deep hole and push it in and then bury it back in.
I also feel like, out of character, we should... Like, there's no realistic way to find out about this, but I feel like we should, just to use it as, like, leverage against whoever the fuck is giving me my tasks.
You could hoist it up by ropes above someone's door as an intruder detector. So if someone breaks in while no one's home, it drops on them and crushes them.
Fucking cartoon, basically.
Horrific Home Alone knockoff.
Yeah.
But, like, instead of giving him, like... A bruise takes off a dude's head straight up.
Yep. I have added another section to the party goals that I'm calling general goals.
We have an urn to deal with, yeah.
I guess question.
Yep.
More like on behalf of like Angel and Cat, because I'm very chatty.
Yep.
Is there literally... You said that they either of them could like use the library to kind of like cross-examine the egg, right? It's not an egg, I know, but like not.
Yeah. Look, Terrebonne has one of the oldest libraries on the continent because it's one of the oldest cities on the continent. Like, if there's a place to do research, it's here.
Like, none of her actual like personal goals can be accomplished in Terrebonne, so she's just gonna focus on Fergus for the time being, I guess. Because, like, again, the whole confronting her parents would be more catharsis than anything else for her. It's like, basically, I'm walking 700 kilometers to say fuck you, kind of.
You can pay people to do that.
Yeah. Or once we walk it there once, I could meet them and I could send them hate sendings just like once a night. Like, that's a possibility too.
Or you don't like give Mark $5, he sends them a pipe bomb in the mail.
That's true too.
You take the actor feat, so you can duplicate voices, and when you send them, you send them in their own voices, like just crazy ideas, so they think they're going mad.
It's like, hey mom, this is your conscience.
Like, that's literally the only goal that is accomplishable in Vermilion, really. And that's not even Vermilion, that's whatever the German craziness.
That'd be Madrigal.
Madrigal.
We're gonna have to go to Madrigal.
Like, we don't have... So, again,
I have to kill a man in Madrigal. We definitely have to go to Madrigal.
Okay. I mean, if we have to go to Madrigal, then yeah, I mean, it would kind of want to be one of those, like... I don't know if she wants to do it, but she thinks about it, basically finally being able to say, fuck you.
Are you from Ivorywatch or Emberford?
She's from Emberchill.
Where's that? Oh, there it is.
The only reason that happened is because Patmore was like, it's kind of funny that you would be from,
it is.
Your chosen place of is the Emberfall tribe, so why don't you be from Emberchill?
There you go.
Okay, fine.
Also, sorry, I don't mean to like take you off track or anything. I do want to say I'm sorry because Mark's an asshole, like publicly.
Oh no, I mean, yes, he's an asshole, but I assure you, she is just. It's just her reacting in character, like, fine, fuck you, I'm gonna walk away because otherwise I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. The problem is this specifically is kind of what he'd be most cagey with. He's cagey in general. This is just like very raw still.
I will note for the
This is-
record the distance between here and the Sandroids is the same relative distance as it is from here to Amberchill. Just because you can't go in a straight line to.
Oh,
Amberchill.
actually?
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Like,
That's
because you can
funny.
more or less just straight line all the way to the Druids because it's a desert. You know, you're not going to run into a mountain range. But
Yeah.
you can't go in a straight line from here in Amberchill. It is entirely diagonals.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've come to